ain't nowhere to run. Judgment comes with you. When judgment comes with you, what you gonna do when it ain't nowhere to hide? When judgment comes with you, 'cause it's gonna come with you. I'm singing it for fun, easy, but the Charlie, little boo got him, and I'm gonna miss everybody. I don't roll and talk like I ain't looked at a box tag. And playing for dust, and they play too deep for being sad. Little as I got to be, tell me your piece of the seats with it, please. Never been by my grand, when you can't go. God bless you, working on a plan to heaven. Father, the Lord on 24/7 days. God is super great, even though the devil's all up in my face, but he keeping me safe and in my place. Say tracks to the gates, we race without a chance to face the judge. And I got my soul with books. Girls, because there's so much to do. Ooh, what can I do? It's all about the family and how we do. Can I get a witness? Let it unfold. We live in our lives, we turn our soul. Hey, oh, hey. And we're praying, we're praying. Every day, every day, every day, every day. And we're praying, we're praying, we're praying. Still we're late. Now follow me, Rosto. Whether it's still or it's family. So thank you for the people that's long gone there. Ladies, they're terrible. Instead of giving up on his family. Exactly how many days we got lasted? When you laughing, we're passing the way. You're in your toes, cause I know when we just walk out the club. Well, y'all know if I ever got up in them rollers, baby. Long gone, really what you just come home. But when it's gonna die, gotta go bye-bye. All the little girl could do was cry. Wanna kill my dog. Yeah, man, I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all. He should be gone in front of his home when they did the who was wrong. Wrong, gotta hold on, gotta stay strong. When it comes, better believe on, gotta show that you can lean on. We pray, we pray, we pray, we pray. Every day, every day, every day, every day. And we pray, we pray, we pray, we pray. Every day, see you at the crossroads. 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 And I'm gonna miss everybody. And I'm gonna miss everybody. And I'm gonna miss everybody. And I'm gonna miss everybody.
All right. We have 4 viewers right now, and this is part 2 of Your Invitation Has Been Revoked. Get out. What did I say? Love don't live here anymore. Part 2. Since somebody has a problem with me being on an 8-hour nonstop live stream, I'm going to do another 8-hour live stream. How about that? Nonstop. Don't get in the ring with me, because you're going to go a few rounds, several rounds. I've got stamina. And don't hate me because I've got stamina. Don't hate me because I've got a full 8 hours of good stuff. And it don't stop. I'm just getting started. I done got warmed up, baby. So back to Mia T. Back to Mia T, because I'm not done. Let's get some Mia T going. Since you came up in here with this, and I've been looking at you for a year, or maybe 2 years. I don't know how long I know you, maybe a year or so, but I know you a good little minute now. Okay, and I've let you slide many times. I've let you slide many times, many times, because I love you. Even though you've been stabbing me left and right, covertly, and I know you know what you're doing. You're not stupid. You know, you hijack my live streams. I let you sit here and talk on my live stream for a whole hour nonstop. And share whatever it is you wanted to share. I sat back and shut my mouth and let you go on this live stream, just you, no one else, and go. Now, I never seen you do this for me. But I'm sure if you did have a live stream, I'm sure you would let me do that on you. Okay? No problem. But for you to come in here and start coming in here talking about don't make fun of my friend when I relate an experience I have had with your friend, I'm done. You done got me on the right moment today. Because for some reason, I don't give a damn today. Okay? I've been holding my tongue on you for a minute. But now it's time for me to really bring it on out and to say the things that so many other people have been wanting to say to you about you. Okay? Shit. And if you want to flatter yourself and think I'm mad, then you go ahead and do that too. But like I said, when I get truly angry, I'm not on the computer. I'm not on this live stream. I'm trying very hard to do one or two things, which I've already went down. But I am annoyed. And I'm now let me see, annoyed, and then let's see what's the word I'm looking for. I'm ready to spill the tea, you know, to not tea, but to me a tea that tea, okay? I'm gonna give a little minute to get the rest, let everyone come back on here. We got 10 of them now. There's 7 of them that were on earlier, 17 or 18. So I'm gonna give a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to tell you about you, Mia T, because I need to be letting you know a few things too, because you've been hurting people. You hurt me, and you've been hurting quite a few people that haven't been telling you, but they've been telling me and some other folks. Okay? They don't want to start trouble with you. They care about you and they love you, but they don't want to confront you. It's a lot of non-confrontational people in this community, and it needs to stop now, okay? So let me get in here. Got it. Let me get in here. Part 2, yes. Your invitation has been revoked. Get out. Love don't live here. All right. So where you at, Mia T? Shoot. We got Southern Boss Lady up in here. Hey, Bob, something found. Oh, Bob, hello. I'm glad you're back. Sour Blaze Hay says, welcome back, E. Chia Fade says, woo, the sequel. Yeah. So let me tell you about Mia T. Mia T. You've been coming in here making these remarks, and even on the forums, you make these side comments that hurt the fuck out of people. You stabbed me several times one day, and I was like, should I let her know? I don't even know how to talk to her about this, because she is way, way, way off in some other tangent, and I'm not going to be able to reach her. But today, I think I can reach you now, okay? Don't come in here and tell me what to do on my live stream. You want me to do something? Then if you're lucky, I might come to your live stream, Mia T. But you're not going to dictate what I need to do on my live stream. Because when you look at the name of the channel, it says Bob Smith, not Mia T. It says Bob Smith live stream, not Mia T live stream. Okay? So you need to get that straight, number one. And on this live stream, I can say whatever the hell I want. If I want to insult people, I can insult people. If I want to do research, I can do research. If I want to talk to you about Promethea comic novels, I can do that. If I want to talk to you about cats and how wonderful and beautiful cats are, I can talk to you about that. And I will sit here and talk about cats for 8 hours straight if I so damn well please, Mia T, and there will be nothing you can do about it. If I want to sit here and talk about magic and the occult and tarot cards and do tarot card readings, I'm going to do tarot card readings for 8 hours straight. And I don't care if you hate it, like it, or love it. I don't care. Because you're over here talking to people and you're saying nasty things, you know, these little covert snide remarks that hurt the shit out of people. Now, I don't know why the Jehovah's Witnesses, you know, shunned you or did you why they did you. But in the conversations that you and I have had, you told me the Jehovah's Witnesses shunned you because they thought you wanted to kill your husband. Now, I've been thinking about that for a while, and I've had some experience with you, okay? And I know these little snide remarks you do that hurt and cut people to the core. You have cut me to the core, sweetheart. And I still love you. I still accepted you because I know I don't take it personal. I know you've got some issues like I've got issues and we all got issues. So, you know, I'm not offended. But nonetheless, that shit still hurt me, T, and you know that shit hurt. You know that shit hurt. So I got to thinking about why the Jehovah's Witnesses, why they would think that you wanted to murder your husband. Now, I could be totally off base, and I hope I am. But I think possibly they got that idea because I asked you and you told me it. You put it to me like it was out of the blue. And yes, I think the Jehovah's Witnesses have a good imagination. I know they make up stuff about people and they find any kind of way to get at you. I know all that. But sometimes I wonder about you, Mia T. Maybe you might have been doing them that way, saying these cutful, stinging remarks on the side, these little shady, covert remarks, and they got that idea from that. You've heard a lot of people in this community, Amia T, with these little snide remarks, and it's not like you're making anybody suicidal or anything, but still that shit hurts. So you need to check yourself, Mia T. Don't come in my channel telling me what to do and start this shit. Don't come in my channel with bullshit, okay? Next time I see you in here with this shit, I'm putting you on mute. Temporary mute. And if you keep up, if you give me trouble, then I might have to consider some other measures like a block. I don't want to have to block you and I don't want to have to mute you. But don't come in here with bullshit now. I'm tired of this little side remark and side stinging and shit like that, like a little crab coming at me sideways while telling me I love you to my face and all this shit. Come on now, let's get real. Don't have time for this shit, people. We don't have time for this shit. Something found says, thank you, Chia. Mia T done fucked up my bone thugs. Wake and Possum says, Bob, let's talk about flying monkeys. Patrick Owen says, yeah, I mean, it's your channel, Bob. That's right. Something found says, get your own live and say what the hell you want. I mean, really? Yeah. People coming in here, oh, I don't like what you're saying. Look, I respect your views. All right. You're free to leave. It's all right. I'm still cool with you. You don't like it, fine. But why are you up in here then chilling with me? And you're going on and on about how you don't like it, but you're up in here chilling with me. I'm not in the Kingdom Hall listening to their crap, telling them I don't like what you're saying. Heck no. I cannot stand to listen to any of it. I refuse to watch any of their stuff. Even on the XJW videos, Mike and Kim, when they show their talks or whatever, I click right through that. I refuse to let a Jehovah's Witness crap in my ears and on my eyes. Okay? And so if you feel like that, insulted, or you don't like it, then why you keep looking at it? Why you keep listening to me? Come on. Set some boundaries. Set a boundary with me so you can be free. You know what I mean?
It's the Thuggish Ruggers Ball. It's the Thuggish Ruggers Ball.
Southern Cali music. I don't like Mia T talking about people either. But I think Mia T is right nice. I think she's real sweet. I think I want to study the Bible. I think I want to study the Bible with you. I think you make a real good Bible study. Won't you come on to my Kingdom Hall sometime? And I can introduce you to some really nice people. Some really nice Bible study people. Shoot. Something found says, this shit is so Kingdom Hall, go run and tell an elder. For real. Wake and Shake says, what issues you got, boss? Where's boss up in here? Boss, how come you didn't get kicked? I got kicked in Joel Mars, but you didn't get kicked. You were on the live stream too. How come you didn't get kicked? Shoot. That's right, Chia Fade. Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters. That's right. So yeah, I'm gonna do another 8 hours straight. Shoot, I was gonna make a close, but since somebody told me not to, I was like, oh yeah, Well, screw you. I got the whole weekend to myself. I'll sit on this thing the whole weekend straight, nonstop, 24. I'll do it 24 hours. What's that? 8, 16, 16. That's 3 live streams, 3 8-hour live streams. Okay. You know, just because you don't have the stamina I do, don't hate on me. Okay. Because I worked hard to get to this level. I worked my ass off to get this kind of stamina. Okay. I might be overweight, but I've got stamina from hell. I'll wear your ass out on the treadmill with my fat ass. Don't let me fool. Don't let my looks fool you. Don't let me fool you. I'll wear your ass out. You don't know, you better ask somebody. You better ask Jeanette Mintz and Zeb Henry. I've been wearing her ass out for the past, since 2009 with this Jehovah's Witness child abuse shit. Matter of fact, the motherfucker who molested me kicked the goddamn bucket because I was working his ass. Sure was. I made it a point. The minute I found out there was a pedophile list and that he was on it, I made sure to make sure that news got to him. And that fucker kicked the bucket 8 months later. Yes. True story. Exactly 8 months to the date. Matter of fact, the fucker kicked the bucket 3.5 weeks. No, I take it back. It was almost 2 months after I called Child Protective Services on him from over here in California. And that was a few months after he found out he was on the list. So, you know, Child Protective Services, they're going to investigate. They're going to call. They're going to go to the person's house regardless. They have to by federal law, regardless of whether they think it's true or not. Every time they get contacted, they have to go out there. Even if you've contacted them 8 times already, they still have to go out there every single time. So don't fuck with me, baby. Because I've been in the ring with some folks for almost 11, 12 years straight nonstop. Shit. You think 8 hours is a big deal? Shit. Mm-hmm. You don't know me. You don't really know me. You don't know who and what I am. But I will tell you this. This is my live stream. And if you don't like how things go here, leave. Don't make me disfellowship your ass like I got disfellowship. Shit, I'll disfellowship people too. Shoot, let's all disfellowship each other. Mass disfellowshipping in the XJW community. Mass disfellowshippings. Shoot. Whoa, whoa, honey boo. That's what you get for being with these apostates, honey. They're going to tell you what to do every day, honey. Mia T. Where is Mia T? Where'd you go, Mia T? What, you want to run and tell people I'm making fun of you now when you started this shit? I still love you, Mia T. You can still come up in here, but you know, behave. Fucking behave, damn it. Talking about don't talk bad about my friends or whatever. Well, shit, you've been stinging and smacking my friends all over the fucking place with style and grace. Kicking them in the nuts. You know, just randomly kicking people in the nuts in chat with these remarks. And stabbing people in the titties. Don Elizabeth, what's up with Mia T, Bob? I don't know what's up with Mia T, but Mia T better leave me alone trying to dictate what I'm supposed to do on this thing, on this chat here. Please don't do it. Don't do it. Now, let me see what am I doing over here? Okay. Something found says it's the thuggish, ruggish Bob. I can get thuggish, I guess, you know. I can get down to it. I'd rather not. I'd rather be that geeky guy, you know, that geeky, silly, funny guy. But, you know, I don't have a problem, you know, putting it down like it needs to be. Shoot. I'm in LA. This is gang country out here. You can't be a wimp out here. You're gonna get ate up. Especially in East LA, Compton area. You can't be, you know, you can't be walking around crying because Pinterest banned your account. Are you kidding me? You can get your ass ate up. And that is by the trans people here, these trans gangs, and you're gonna get ate up in Hollywood, in West Hollywood, LGBT country. You're gonna get ate up with that kind of thing by LGBT people. Shoot, crying over here, crying over some titty pics being banned because you put titties on the damn Instagram. Hell, even in Ricky over there, his mouth wide open like, titties. Shoot. Ain't no man gonna look at a man's chest and have that reaction unless he's gay, and I don't think Ricky is gay. I refuse to believe he's gay or bi. I just don't see it. So the reason his mouth was open like that is because his brain said titties. Now his mouth said something different because he had to play the role with you. You know, he's trying to get a piece of you. Shit. But that's what's titties, breastises, I'm telling you. Male to female breastises. And she wants to change from male to female and back to male. All right then. Go on, Richard Ramirez. It's good over here. I'm eating this yogurt. It's from Iceland. It's not yogurt. It's called Skyr or Skyr, Skyr. So the texture is a little different. It's really good though. It's premium yogurt. Siggy's is what it's called. So yeah, pretty good stuff. Patrick Owen says, Bob, you are a thug when you need to be. Yeah, I am. I can be. I don't do fist fights though. I don't do fist fights or physical fights. You know, I mean, I don't really believe in physical violence or anything like that. But now a verbal fight, you know, I will defend myself. Psychological, I will defend myself. I will. And you know, don't open a door that you don't want somebody to walk through. You know, don't open. Mia T opened that door with that. So now she's not on the live stream. She's gone. Now that I'm, you know, like, okay, now let's talk about this. Gone. You know? Wake and Shake says, who stripped off in front of Veronica and Maggie in the room at Warwick Hotel where Neil and Zed chucked him out? We got a name or photo yet? Oh, good Lord. Here we go. Here we go. I don't know. I forget the name's name. Alberto, somebody. I had never seen that person. I had never heard of that person. But apparently it's somebody that is an XJW activist. I had never seen that person in the VAA group before. But I don't know. Gia Fade says, I'm Jehovah on this channel. I am. Listen, you have a YouTube channel. You are the elder. You are the governing body. You're the circuit overseer. And you're the Jehovah of your YouTube channel. And nobody has the right to come in there and tell you how to run your channel. Every YouTube channel is a kingdom hall. All right? Every Facebook profile is a kingdom hall. Every Facebook group is a damn kingdom hall, people. Understand the real deal. When you go up here to do activism, you're doing field service. You haven't changed the game. You just changed the name. Instead of Jehovah's Witness, you put an X in front of it. but you're still doing the same thing. You're still going to field service, fool. Except now it's on your terms. And now it's on what you want to say. But it's still field service. When people come to you and say, you need to do more activism and you don't spend enough time in activism, what they're really saying is, you're not doing enough in field service. You need to go out door to door. Understand what the hell you're doing, damn it. I'm over here doing field service. I'm getting my field service time. I haven't changed nothing. I've just changed the name. I'm thinking I'm doing something different, and I'm way different than these people. I'm the same damn way. I'm still doing field service. You make a video trying to warn people about somebody, that's a marking talk. I've had a lot of marking talks. It's called roasting. And this Jehovah and this governing body of the Bob Smith Kingdom Hall is doing a marking talk, okay? Shit. I mean, get real, people. It's true, though. You know, we think we're so different, but are we really that different? We still got the field service mentality. Big Boss over there beating himself up because he didn't do enough for the Bad Channel. He didn't come on there every week, every dang week, and do this Bad Channel thing because he had to work 80 and 90 hours on his job. So he's beating himself up because he thinks he's not doing enough. Field service mentality. Still got the field service mentality. Alexandria James, she is a workaholic on them blogs. She works her ass off. She told me activism comes first. You see, field service. I'm the same way. I'm doing field service. Are we really all that different? Come on now, let's do some reality checks on ourselves. You know, shoot. And don't throw no shade at me if you don't want me to toss a little back at you. Because I don't mind doing it. You know, I'm playful. I like to play around sometimes. But, you know, don't start crying now because you done stung the shit out of me. And I didn't come up here crying because you did this and said this thing about me. I took it like a man. Or whatever you want to call me. You want to call me a gazelle or a kangaroo, man, woman, tranny, whatever the hell you want to call me, I took it. Okay? And I didn't sit here and cry about it. I didn't feel offended. So, I guess Mia T is not coming back. I was waiting for her to come back, but I guess we're only going to have 16 people viewing right now instead of 17. Evie Brooklyn says, Evie don't do field service for nobody. Something Foul says, Bianchi Roadshow is live too. I am multitasking. Modesty. Hey, Modesty, what's up? I agree with this, Bob. That is why I left the community. I'm not even an XJW. Saw it from the outside and realized that cults is on both sides of the board walls. Sorry for saying this, but yeah. No, don't be sorry. No, that's true, Modesty. Modesty, you are totally true and right. And there's no need to apologize. You know, we like to say, oh, we're different. We're going to expose this watchtower, this evil cult organization. But the truth may be a little bit more harsh than any of us want to realize. We are doing field service. A lot of us treat activism like we used to treat field service. We got to get in this time. We got to be here every week. And you're not doing enough. I was talked shit about because people felt I wasn't doing enough according to their terms. And because I had my own schedule and I wasn't on their schedule, I was considered spiritually weak. I was considered a freak and lazy and not interested in helping people because I didn't come on their terms, however long they thought I should be there. I didn't do their schedule. So that's the same thing as the Kingdom Hall. Made to feel bad because you're not doing enough for whomever who thinks you need to be doing more. Field service mentality. And people are not taking breaks. You need to take a damn break. Okay, don't be up here all damn day. And I know I just did an 8 hour, and now I'm doing another 8 hour. But listen. Do as I say and not as I do. Okay. Wow. Yeah. I can hear Mia T right now saying to herself, "You hypocrite! You just did an 8 hour nonstop live stream, and you're telling people to take a break." But seriously, I guess I should give people. I should be a warning label, like, don't have your feelings easily hurt. And I don't go off on people unless I feel they deserve it in some kind of way. I don't like going off on people, but Mia T, you done stung me a lot of times, so I hope you can take it, because I mean, shit, you done stung me many times, and I was still cool with you. Shoot. So I mean, marinate on it, think about it. Linda Lawton, how you doing? She says, I met Alberto briefly at Warwick, and he was at the San Diego protest. He has a YouTube channel, In the Truth. Really? In the Truth? I had never heard of this guy. Yeah, do you have a link? Because I had never heard of this. Denise Hedberg, if you're listening, I'm going to call you maybe a little later tonight or tomorrow. Now, I was trying to get somebody that's a God warrior, by the way. I found a God warrior on Facebook. And on all places, I found that person on a Magic Mushroom Forum, I think. No, it was a drag queen story hour. The person is running for mayor in Marina, California, and he said he was going to bring the drag queen story hour to Marina, California. And basically, what it is, it's a drag queen that reads stories to kids, and talks about being kind to people, and expressing tolerance. Okay, and all it is just a drag queen, reading stories to kids. And all these people came on there and flipped their lid, talking about sexualizing kids. I didn't see anything sexual in the video. So I'm wondering what's sexualizing about reading stories about being kind to people. Where's the sexual going on? Well, the man is dressing as a woman. So once again, where's the sexualizing? Because women wear women's clothing. They're not sexualizing. So how is the man wearing women's clothing sexualizing? Well, it's confusing the kids. And kids don't need to be confused. The man is pretending to be something he's not. He's a drag queen. He's not pretending to be anything but a drag queen. He's not saying he's a woman. He's just wearing female clothes, and he is a drag queen. Drag queens aren't women, they are men. Usually they're gay, but not always. So where is the sexualizing? Where, I don't get it. Well, anyway, this guy was a God warrior, and he was talking about all LGBT people are pedophiles. And I was just so glad. I was waiting for that comment to pop up. I saw those religious people on there. I was like, come on, somebody, come on. I know you're thinking it. Come on, post it. Post the thing with the LGBT is the same as pedophiles. So this God warrior said it. And he said he is a warrior of God, and he wants to wake up people. So I was like, praise the Lord, I found a God warrior. And I told him, I said, please come on my live stream. I will give you 45 minutes of uninterrupted airtime to express yourself. I've got a whole crowd of transgender witches, tarot card reading transgender witches that need you to wake them up. And the mofo has not been responding to me. I've been messaging. I'm like, come on, please. I need a God warrior. I've been looking for you. But he won't take me up on that offer. So what I've been doing, what I did was I was like, I told him, I said, I'm transgender and I think pedophiles are disgusting and I routinely expose them. As a matter of fact, and you know the rest is history because I lit that thread up. I posted every damn activism screenshot and link I knew. You know I did. Cults and extreme beliefs, that Canada thing, W5, uh, Candace Conti, Australian Royal Commission, you know that was in there for sure. The murder letter. I mean, I lit that thread up and I had about after 17 different posts because I thought Facebook's going to ban me for all these, one post after another because I'm very quick. I type very fast. And a lot of times Facebook will get flagged and then they'll tell me I have to show my ID because there's suspicious activity in my account and all this bullshit. So I have to, kind of slow myself down because if I go at my pace, I think it'll make Facebook just delete my account. Just no, there's a scammer here. There's a, this is a bot. No human being can be this fast. But anyway, after 17 posts, I posted one last time and I said, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Google is your friend. So yeah, I lit that thread up. But anyway, that God warrior, he doesn't want to come in here and see me, I guess. He's shunning me too or whatever. Whatever. All right. Linda Lawton, I have your message here. Let me take a look. I have never seen this channel or this person ever. Get out of here. This is an XJW? And they were also in the VAA? How could I have missed this? I guess I don't pay enough attention in the VAA because I've never seen this person. All right. So here is this Alberto person that's supposed to be a predator or whatever that they allege. I'm going to say allege because I don't know who it is. I don't even know if it's true or not, but it's alleged. There is allegations, serious allegations. This is the channel allegedly here. Wow, all these people. I know who Runaway Slave is. I mean, I don't really know him, but I've seen that before. I've seen Apostates Anonymous, Smurf Girl, Southern Boss Ladies down here. So yeah, I have never seen this. I don't know anything about this person. Get out of here. I guess I'm really not all that engaged with the community anymore because this is the channel In the Truth, 157 subs. Nacho Libre from Free Watchtower. Okay, so this is a protester. Oh, they're doing comic book characters to get attention for the banner. Oh, okay, so they've got a speaker blasting out of the back of the trunk. They've got kind of like a superhero guy and then a nun next to this banner. Okay, you're definitely going to get people to see it. And bigassjwfacts.com. Okay. I've had this idea before of like doing a Billy Bertha costume in front of a big banner like that, So I don't see anybody's face in here. I don't know who these people are, but allegedly this is the person that's accused of it. This is my first time ever seeing this video or getting any. I don't know anything about this person or these people. So yeah. Whatever this concept was, I thought the concept was pretty cool, but you know, that doesn't necessarily make the people doing it the safest. I don't know. All right, let's see. Wake and Shake says, Evie, this guy stripped off and apparently had a knife on him. It's on Nell's channel and one of Veronica's videos. We are going to London, but we will never get involved. Really? Mock Floyd says, not as good as going up to the moors to try to view blood moon. Alas, too cloudy. Linda Lawton says, Bob, I hardly remember him as well. His speaker is awesome, so clear and carried well. Evie Brooklyn says, I want to see his face. Linda James, do you have his? Do you have a picture of this guy? Well, like I said, I've never seen this guy, but I'm glad I wasn't at that protest because whatever the case was, there's definitely some issues there, and you know, I don't know what happened, but something happened. I refuse to think that the ladies would just clean out lie on someone, but they're not. They're not really saying a whole lot. That Veronica lady there, I've seen her on some kind of forum. She said something like that. That the guy, was it her? I think it was her. The guy was clipping his toenails at the table, and then he was making comments and creepy. And they said they looked in his bag. They looked through his bag and found rope and duct tape and knife or something. And then they said this is a rape kit. I didn't even know these rapists had rape kits. But anyway, so she said that I can't remember. It was kind of vague. It was really vague, but it made you to believe that the guy had a rape kit. But the way she put it, they looked through the bag and they saw these items, so they thought this must be a rape kit. And supposedly he clipped his nails at the table there when they were eating at the dinner table when everybody was eating there. He clipped his nails, his toenails or something at the table. Like, I don't know why you would still sit at the table. If this mofo is sitting at the table and clipping his toenails, he's reaching up his foot to the table, okay, and he's clipping his toenails right there in front of you eating your steak or your chicken or your salad, whatever the heck you're eating. Why would you continue to sit there and why would you continue to protest with this person? I would get up and leave. I wouldn't ask no questions. I would not look to my right and my left to see what everybody else is doing to see and decide whether I should leave or whether this person's somebody I need to be around. Hell no. People clipping their feet, toenails at the table or whatever, grooming themselves, brushing their hair at the table, is something wrong. Get up and leave immediately. Don't ask, go. Yeah, and then supposedly somebody, I don't know if it was him, somebody said somebody was jacking off in the shower. How you would know that? I don't know. Were you in there with him? Did he tell you that? You know, and if he told you that, like, why would you continue to have anything to do with this person? I would just like get away. I would go back to my hotel, grab my luggage and my plane ticket, get in my car or get a taxi, and go to the airport and get an early flight home. It's time to go home. Okay? That's what I would do. Seriously. Evie Brooklyn said knife and duct tape is what I heard. Well, maybe he had a protest bag. I mean, these checklists for your protest backpack, it includes duct tape, it includes a first aid kit. Heck, you're gonna need a knife, a pocket knife, right? You go out and about. What man doesn't have a pocket knife? I mean, I have pocket knives. I have a Swiss Army knife. Are you gonna look through my bag and see my pocket knife or my knife and my first aid kit and my duct tape and say that I have something or I'm trying to get you? I'm not dismissing what happened, right? I'm just saying I don't know. But if all you have to go by is a bag and somebody clipping their toenails, like I said, I don't know what all went down. Maybe some sinister stuff went down and these ladies just aren't talking. Maybe they're just afraid, you know. And I do keep that in mind. But I'm saying, like, the signs must have been there that something isn't right. This is what I'm telling people. There are signs that there isn't something right with folks, and you still continue to tolerate inappropriate behavior from people. And then when shit happens, you're like, oh my God, oh my God. Well, you had these red flags all along, sweetheart. What were you thinking? You had these red flags. Something is wrong if this person is sitting at your dinner table with their Freddy Krueger toenails, clipping them long mofos, talking about, here, let me cut your steak with these things. Here you go. You don't need a steak knife. You got my big toe right here. You got steak fingers now. Enjoy. I bet he could rob a bank with them bad boys. Walk up to the bank teller and say, excuse me, could I just withdraw $1,000? The bank teller goes, no, you don't have enough in your bank account. And you lift up them Freddy Krueger toes, and you're like, what, bitch? What was that? And she's like, oh, here, let me just get it to you. Here, here, here. Please, please. That's what I thought. You hold your toe to that person's neck. Okay, you hold your Freddy Krueger toenail to that bank teller's neck, and I'm going to guarantee you're going to get your $1,000. Okay, she's going to beg you to take that $1,000, and she's going to promise not to tell a soul. She's going to get it taken out of her check for you. Evie Brooklyn says scissor toes. That's right, Edward Scissorhand toes, Freddy Krueger toes. Clipping them toes at the dinner table, and you still think this person's cool to protest and hang out with? I don't know what you're thinking. And let me just say this, since I'm out here saying and not caring whatever, this Veronica person, is she the same Smurf? The Smurf channel we're talking about, she's channeled Smurf. The Watchtower made her channel Smurf when she was little and made her do occult channelings and rituals and all that. Because if she is, I have a question about her credibility. Now, if there's another lady that comes out and says something, then I'll have to reevaluate that. And that. But this particular person here, I think there's some holes in her story, because I done noticed some holes in her other stories about the Smurf channeling, talking about she was made to channel Smurfs or something like that with the Jehovah's Witnesses, and didn't know a dang thing about channeling or rituals or the occult or nothing. Zero. And I think she took that video down where she claimed she did that. I don't see that anywhere. I don't see it come up in my results anymore. Linda Lawton says we used knives and tape for the poster attachments, etc. Yeah, exactly. Mop Floyd says you'll get 10 years for carrying any knife in the UK. Really? Holy cow. Wake and Shake says, Neil Gardner, why the fuck won't you answer us about this? You told us that you and Zaeb had to chuck him out, so tell us before London. Who is Wake and Shake? And my name is not Neil. I'm not Neil. This is Bob Smith. My name is not Susan, so watch what you say. Apostle Linda James says she sent that picture. Sent it, honey boo. Waiting in your box. Patrick Owen says, Wake Neil is a good guy, but he's careful about what he tells to who. Linda Lawton says, Veronica Apostates Anonymous, a.k.a. Smurf Girl. Oh, okay. Okay, so that is the Smurf channel then. Okay. Evie Brooklyn says, Linda, that girl says he followed her home. Oh, yeah, she did say this guy followed her home. Drove home, followed her all the way home, 5 hour, 6 hour drive. Why did she not call the police? Why didn't she do a restraining order? Because I would have done a restraining order. I would have called the police. I would have called the police. Is there a reason why people are not calling the police? You know, and I know that doesn't mean just because they don't call the police doesn't mean nothing happened. You know, it's scary for women and victims, even men, when things like that happen. And you know, it's uncomfortable to get the police involved a lot of times. But that Smurf Chandler, I have a big question mark about what she says because I done caught her in some things that was not. There's too many holes in that, and she really couldn't back up what she was saying. You know, she swore up and down she knew about the occult and all that, and then the only thing she knew about the occult was saying that it was evil and the Lord and Satan and all that. And I said to myself, this lady does not know the first thing about the occult. She's just parroting that same old Christian fundamentalist crap and getting, you know, using that as for viewership or whatever. Because I asked her some specific questions, and she just when she realized what I was doing, she wasn't going to talk to me anymore, and it's basically get off the show. I called her up on the 6th screen and asked, and you know, I got smacked down like, who, what? No, you're not going to ask me these questions. I felt kind of like when I asked the Jehovah's Witnesses about the 2 witness rule, you know, or the Australian Royal Commission. That's how I kind of felt, but I let it be. I left. I said, okay, you know, go on and do your thing. You know, I don't really care other than I already made my Alberto Martinez, supposedly. Okay, that's his name here. So this is allegations. It's alleged. I don't know. I have never seen this person before. I don't know anything about this person, but the XJW community is saying that allegedly this person did something. Smurf Chandler girl said this guy followed her home, was stalking her and doing sexual inappropriate stuff. And she felt like he might have had a rape kit or something. Looked in his bag and saw he had rope and duct tape and a knife. And so that was enough for her to assume that he was going to had intentions of raping. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. But this is supposed to be the guy. So whoever was asking, you know, about that, Wake and Shake or whoever that is, this is the one. Alberto Martinez. I don't know who this person is. McAllen, Texas. Hey, that guy lives close to martyrdom. So yeah, take a good look at him. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's true. The only person I saw talk about it was Smurf, that Smurf Chandler person, and you know, I kind of have a question mark about her because like I said, I done caught her in some holy stories, and I don't mean holy as in holy church, but well, churches ain't holy, but holy as in Swiss cheese holy. You know, her stories are kind of like Swiss cheese, full of holes. I'm not saying they're not true. I'm just saying there's a lot of holes. So, no idea who this person is. No idea if it's true or not. But that's what's going around being said. Now, that's the Apostate Army. I think some folks there know the details. and they haven't come out. I'm surprised that Zeb Leatherman hasn't said anything about it. I'm surprised that the men who escorted this guy out have not warned anyone. But then I don't know all the details. Maybe there's a reason. Supposedly, it's to protect the victims. But I hear that story from the Jehovah's Witness elders. Well, we don't want to give the list out because we need to protect the victims. Isn't that what John Cedars said? He doesn't feel like the pedophile database should go out because it needs to protect the anonymity of the victims. The victims need to protect it. And I've heard these pedophile priests that were going to prison saying they don't want to be registered on the sex offender registry. They want to be taken off because they want to protect the victims. So I've heard this this phrase to, I don't want this to be outed because we want to protect the victims. I don't know what that means. I don't know how exactly you would be protecting victims by not warning other people about sexual predators, but maybe there's something I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? Wake and Shake says, "Hi Bob, I was addressing Neil, still haven't heard anything. I'm attending this event with my 70-year-old DD. We want to be safe. It was Neil that made a video and mentioned this weird guy." Well, actually, before, I don't know if it was before or after, but Martyrdom, someone told me he put this guy in his video when he was doing a video, and that's when it came out, because I had no idea of who that is. I had no idea there was sexual issues or stalking or harassment or safety issues at these protests, other than the Jehovah's Witnesses calling the police. But I had no idea that this was going on. And I almost went to Warwick. I was kind of with Warwick like I was with Pennsylvania. I had the money ready. I was humming and hawing, going back and forth to myself about buying the ticket. Because usually when I'm prepared, I'm an early bird person. I buy the tickets way early. Because number one, they're usually less expensive. And, I just like to be prepared. So I had all of that ready, but I just didn't buy the ticket yet. Something told me in my gut to hold off. And I'm glad I didn't go. I was kind of, when it came and it passed, I was kind of sad, but at the same time, that gut feeling was like, it might have been a good thing you didn't go. But then after this came out here, I'm like, I'll be damned. Maybe it was good that I didn't go. But Wake and Shake, you have every right to be concerned. If you're going to go to these protests, you need answers. And folks aren't giving people answers. That's the thing. That is the thing. And when people come out and talk about it, like me and Joel, talk about these problems that's going on, we get kicked and banned. We get disfellowshipped. Our invitation gets revoked. And we get kicked and banned. So this is what you're dealing with, Wake and Shake. When you go to that protest, understand not everyone's going to be on the same sheet of paper, and understand you're taking some serious risks. And that's the bottom line. You're taking financial risk and cost. You're taking legal risk. And you're taking social risk too. Don't forget about that. Because if your name gets hooked up the wrong way, and enough people tweet that stuff around, that's all she wrote. Anybody Googling your name is going to see all that scandal tied to your name through whatever group or organization that's mishandled things like that. So, and they're bringing news media to these events too. So, when you've got sexual predatory things, because Warwick had news media. I mean, that could have gone really, really bad. And I don't know how you don't get a list of the people that show up, because, anybody can show up. It's open to anybody who wants to come. So good luck. Sour Blaze Hayes says police should have been involved if the claims were true. Yes, they should have been involved. Yes. But even still, I think the leadership of VAA as it is now, and they know this stuff, they need to come out and talk about this because they're it's like they choose. Trisha says, "Oh, there's no leader, there's no official leader," when this is brought up. She's like, "Oh, I don't have anything to do with it. You know, people need to take care of themselves. And any other questions, just go to the website." That was before me. Okay, in this case, there's no official leader to handle this. But then when Joel makes his VAH video talking about his experience, and Boss talks about what he experienced with people here in the community, then all of a sudden she's the leader and she takes leadership and she kicks and bans people without even talking to them. And mind you, co-founders just kick and ban them. Now you're a leader. Now you want to be a leader. Now you're the one in charge. But then when it comes time for this sexual predator issue, oh no, there's no official leader. Get the fuck out of here, man. Seriously. Get out of here with that shit. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't just switch back and forth when you want. Evie Brooklyn says she's never seen that guy either. Linda Lawton says, "I'm not saying that about Albert, to be clear, and I was shocked this happened as I sat right across from him at dinner." Did you see him clip his toenails? Did he try to cut your steak for you? Evie Brooklyn says, "Linda, when people drink, signals get mixed. Did he go after someone who was tipsy?" See, that's why I tell you, don't drink and don't get high at these events. Just don't do it. Don't do drugs. Don't do booze at these events. Don't smoke weed. I know if you're a stoner, don't smoke weed with people you don't know. And I've seen people smoke weed together after protests, right? And, I mean, these are folks that I've seen, and, I wouldn't think anything, this, nice people and all that, but I don't think it's a good policy. I mean, you once again, you're leaving yourself vulnerable when you are under the influence of cannabis or booze or even prescription drugs. If you have a Xanax or Percocet or whatever, perky, don't take the Molly or the Perky around these folks. Wait till you get home or alone in your hotel. Patrick Owen says, "Neil is a good guy. I know if he was involved in this, he did the best thing he could." Linda Lawton says, "Evie, I did not see him drinking or chasing after anyone." So Linda Lawton says she didn't see anything with this guy, Alberto Martinez. So the Smurf lady is the one talking about it. Smurf girl, apostate, Smurf Chandler, whatever her name is. Linda Lawton says, okay. Patrick Owen says, "Don't drink with strangers. Something found is clapping." She says, "It's time for the percolator." Wow, you went way back. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. Chia Fate now says, "No doubt, Patrick, never do that." I don't drink with people I don't know. Wake and Shake says, "I believe Neil is a real guy. He told it real. He said Zeb and him had to chuck out this guy because he stripped off and had a knife on him. Look up his damn vid, guys." Veronica also mentioned it. Yeah, well, what's the name of the video? This is the thing, Zeb. I never heard Zeb say anything about it. I never heard Neil. If they had to chuck him out of there, obviously they felt there was some issue to get him out of there. And why have you not made this public? Supposedly, People say, well, they shared it on a forum somewhere. How come it's not on the main BAA videos and page? Because it might bring a little reproach to the group. And with the media attention that the group is trying to get, that really don't mix well together. You see what I'm saying? I've been telling you this since 1917. Whenever you are part of a group, whether it's a corporation, a nonprofit, or a grassroots online group, there is an inbuilt conflict of interest between you and the group. No matter how much you love the group and no matter how much you think the group loves you, simply by existing, the group and you have an automatic inbuilt conflict of interest. If it comes down to the group continuing to thrive and to exist, on whether the group is going to continue to thrive and exist the way it is, and you and your safety, guess who's going to lose out 9 times out of 10? Every single time. You're going to lose out because the group's number one interest is not you. The group's number one interest is to continue to exist and grow. And they will not see scandals like this on the inside as something that helps them to exist as they are. They're going to have to exist differently, and it might take away on some level. You know, it might not get the news media the way they want because of these things happening on the inside. So it's better to hurry up and ban people. It's better to hush it up and move on. And if we have to kick and ban founders and co-founders, then we'll do that too and look away. But doing that is not going to make this go away. It might make me go away out of your Facebook group. But if this guy really did something, it's not going to make these kinds of people go away. What you're creating now is a paradise for predators like this. A predator paradise. Because trust and believe, if this person really did something, they've peeped how this has been handled too. And it might have given him some confidence or somebody else like him. Like, oh, okay, this is how they handle it. Okay, well, you see, this is what you're doing. You're creating a situation where more of this is going to happen. You're giving these kinds of guys a safety net and some confidence. And not only that, but the people that have outed you on this, you're giving them way, way more power than they ever had before over you. Because now they're going to really pursue this on you. They're going to really pursue this on VAA. And then you're trying to get news media. You're getting all this news media. Well, somewhere down the line, this is going to blow up in your face. This is not going away. It's going to fester and grow like a cancerous growth. And then it's going to blow up on you. And you got the news media all up with this. And, you know, it could turn really, 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 really embarrassingly ugly. So I would say you might want to handle this right now and have some, you know, transparency about it, so later on down the road it won't get worse. You know, where you can discourage these types of characters and put a message out there that, well, you know, we're not very comfortable with this. This is probably not going to reflect very good on our organization or on our group because this is happening, but we're going to put this out here anyway so that we can discourage this from happening again at other protests. But this kind of treatment, this kind of method of solving this, no, this is not solving it. Looking away is not solving it. Something found says, I'm so glad that Bob remembered that. What? The percolator? I had a friend that played that damn song every day. He played that percolator. It's time for the 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 percolator. Evie Brooklyn said he got naked. That is the issue. I bet he was drunk. Okay, so he got naked in front of people, and Zeb and Neil had to escort him out. Linda Lawton says, I was at Warwick and there was zero mention of this, and Alberto was with us on Sunday. So Linda Lawton didn't see nothing like this. Bianchi Roadshow says, reproach. Something found says, Dylan, long time no see. Where's Dylan at? Evie Brooklyn says, Linda, did he strike you as strange? How did you feel about him? Patrick Owens says, I hope that isn't true. Yeah, I hope so true. I hope so too. Evie Brooklyn says someone has to know this guy. Wake and Shake says, wow, Linda, Veronica and Maggie and Neil actually said these words and it bothered me and Dad. We wanted to know. We tried to message and ask. We had no reply. What the fuck, Bob? Well, you're lucky you didn't get kicked and banned. You're lucky you didn't get kicked and banned. Something found said Dylan Scroll. It's the allegations about the hotel thing. Patrick Owens says, okay, well, I could message Neil and ask. Wake and Shake said, this is the same guy who apparently clipped his damn toenails at the table. Come on. Linda Lawton says, Evie, he was very quiet, reserved, as many are, so nothing out of the ordinary. Wake and Shake, this must have happened on Saturday, but if it did, why was he allowed to join us all on Sunday? This is what I'm saying. Wake and Shake says, Linda, I wasn't there, but only heard about this 7 months later on Neil's channel. Neil has actually spoken of this. Evie Brooklyn says, Linda, the fact that he joined you on Sunday tells me there was a misunderstanding, and since Zeb and Neil addressed, there was no need to make a big deal. The man was probably drunk. Bianchi Roadshow says, here. Oh, Dylan is Bianchi. Okay. Sour Blaze Hayes says, give me some Jehovah dog. Bianchi Roadshow says, is this about the rape kit? Yeah, partially, I guess. I don't know. Well, Linda said she didn't see anything unusual with this guy. She sat in front of his table. He didn't clip his toenails when she was eating in front of him. If all this did go down, it must have happened the day before when she wasn't there. But, if Sunday was the last day and that the final dinner, was that the final time that you all were going to see each other? That was like the last dinner, the goodbyes, we're getting ready to go home and wrap it up type of dinner. Was that what you were at, Linda Lawton? Because if that is so, why would you let this guy join you back in dinner if you asked, if you had to get him out of there because he was naked or whatever? Oh, it was Saturday evening that you had the dinner with them? Okay. I don't know. Warwick was the apparent hotel stripping. So why, if he stripped at the hotel in Warwick, why would they let him come to San Diego and sit there and have dinner with him? Something doesn't sound right. If he did the hotel stripping thing in Warwick, why would you sit there and have dinner with the guy in San Diego at the protest? No, something isn't right about that. I don't know what it is, but something. Yeah, it's two different protests. But this is what I'm saying. If he already acted up on the first protest, why are people letting him chill with them on the second protest? You would think if Neil or whoever told people, you would think they'd be like, "You're not sitting with us. You got to go, man. Why would you let this guy sit at your dinner table on the second protest?" Something isn't right about this whole thing. But I'll tell you what, I'm not going to any protests. Either way, I'm not. I'm staying away. And I got a good excuse because I don't think Trisha wants me at any of those protests. And even if she did, I wouldn't go. No thanks. Thanks, but no thanks. You can go ahead and keep it. Appreciate the offer, though. Evie Brooklyn says, who did he strip for in Warwick? Something does not sound right. Who did he strip for? Exactly. Something that this thing has holes in it. There's holes in this thing. Holes galore. Wake and Shake says, the fucker could be at London too. No fucker from VAA would fucking speak of the fuckers. Evie Brooklyn said, did he show up in someone's room, got naked in the hall? Yeah, what's the details? I mean, come on. Nah, there's too many shady holes in this. Too many holes up in this. Vast apostate armies, easy. That's VAA. Evie Brooklyn wants to know how many drunk females that night. By the way, there's another allegation. This movie documentary maker, supposedly he's been alleged to do some kind of hanky panky with the women that he tried to interview. It's let me see if I can pull this up for you. XJW documentary. Okay, Scott Homan. This guy right here. Let me see if I can. Is that video still up? Of let me go here. XJW Brighter Light podcast. Let me see if his video is still up. This guy interviewed him, and there's some kind of allegation, some kind of fiasco drama. I have never met any of these people. But oh yeah, here we go. There's a whole other set of drama in the XJW community. Pretty heated, pretty dramatic, pretty crazy. But it's similar allegations, sexual predator, sexual harassment, sexual shenanigans, or whatever. Check out this video here. Brighter Light podcast. Follow up to A Look Inside XJW doc interview. He took the other one down because he got a lot of backlash. And so the guy's name in question here, his name is Scott Homan. All right, and he's a documentary here maker or something. He's trying to get funds for his XJW documentary, and he's interviewing XJWs from around different places for his documentary here, and he's also looking for money. He's already raised over $12,000 for production, and so there are some people here some women that he has supposedly been trying to interview, and it seems like maybe he got drunk and he tried to kiss one of them, but I think there might have been a little bit more because the girls call him a sexual predator or something like that. Well, the ladies, there was two of them that he was interviewing, and he was trying to get them to do things for the cam, and they didn't feel comfortable, and then they didn't want him to use the interviews that they did with him. They weren't comfortable with him anymore, and he was going to use them anyway because he already put in all this time. And so there was a huge blowout. And this guy, Brighter Light, he had this guy, Scott, on he interviewed him. And the guy, Scott, denied most of it, except, he did kind of fess up to some of it, but he said he was drunk and, it was just a little slipsy. It wasn't a big deal, whatever. And so Brighter Light over here, I guess he took up for him, and he was like, people need to be careful with the allegations they make. They need to go to the police if it's true, and then there's a difference between sexual harassment and sexual predator. Those are varying degrees. And so those women ripped him a new a-hole, and this guy, Scott Homan, was nowhere to be seen. Like, this dude went out on a limb for him, and this guy just left him sitting there. left him sitting there, left him hanging while he was getting his butt whooped, co-signing, sticking up for him. So I thought that was pretty cowardly of this guy, and I'm staying away from him either way. I don't know who he is, but I know that whatever troubles is going on there, it's pretty crazy. It's similar to this protest problem. You see, this is a problem that's in the community. You've got, I don't want to put a label on like sexual predator, but maybe, but you have people in our community that at least the women aren't coming back saying, hey, we're uncomfortable. These guys are doing these things, and usually alcohol is involved, right? So this is what I said to you earlier. Do not drink when you go to these protests at all, the whole time, unless you're in your hotel room alone or with the person that you came with. Don't smoke weed with people you don't know. Don't do drugs with people you don't know. Just leave that stuff at home. If you need to do it, go back home. Wait till you're home. And I would say don't take your prescription pills either. If narcotic prescription pills that you think might kind of alter you, don't take it around the people. But these are other allegations, kind of similar to this, but another problem in the XJW community. And this guy, he probably doesn't want people to talk about it because he's trying to get that documentary going, right? Evie Brooklyn says, I told you these drunk assholes get sloppy. Yep, they do. They do. She says, I give money to no one. Yeah, that's right. Something Found says, same here, Evie. Evie Brooklyn says, sounds like the Warwick stripper. Warwick stripper, I like that. Sour Blaze Hayes says, the clips I saw were super sexual. Just my first opinion. Wow, I wonder what the deal is. What clips did you mean? What clips did you see, Sour Blaze? What are you talking about? From this documentary? What is Sour Blaze Hayes talking about? What clips? Sour Blaze Hayes says, I think if he's a legit threat, it should be known and there should be a warning. Yep. Yep. Evie Brooklyn said, did he follow someone to their room thinking he could get some? Yeah, that's what I want to know. Evie Brooklyn says, Linda, at least you know now, but I'm thinking that it was an accident that got handled. A drunk who got a warning. Who knows? Just stay vigilant, Linda. Yeah. Wake and Shake says, what the fuck, Evie? Why no shit from Veronica or Maggie? That's the thing, They're on hush mode too. ZZ says, real talk. Sour Blaze Hayes says, yes, just like a sneak peek of the documentary. Let's look at his documentary. Let's do a sneak peek of the documentary, shall we? Scott Holman, Jehovah documentary. What you eat? What you bring? Pho. Oh yeah, pho. Okay. That roll. Ooh, I love that roll. Okay. Chicken. Oh, good. All right. All right. So let's look at this clip here. Come on. What's going on?
With XJW coming out, we're capturing diverse stories of people leaving the Jehovah's Witnesses. You'll hear from the individuals themselves, raw, honest, hard-hitting, and even funny perspectives. The primary goal here is to capture not only their exit experiences, but also their transformation, how they've grown, and the inspiring lives that they're living now.
We want to create a series of episodes that follow a number of people through their exits and talk about different themes and go deep in these themes. We've got awesome stuff. We really are excited to make this. Please support us in this project.
We have this diverse team from all over the world of ex-Jehovah's Witnesses who've left the religion.
So we have the expertise and we have the background to know what questions to ask, how to get in deeper. A lot of these people have lost their families. They've lost their belief system, which is huge in and of itself. And a lot of times it comes at the same time. So they have to rebuild themselves, their lives, come up with new philosophies while having no support network. And they have to move on from that. It's an insane, intense story that needs to be told. We need to tell these stories.
So we need some help for production to capture more of those stories and to get to those locations.
We're going to be doing these interviews in various locations around the world to capture a cross-section of the variety of men and women who've been through this experience, how their experiences are different, and the themes that connect them all. And we have a bunch of incentives. Check out our link.
Thank you so much.
So it looks pretty nice, but there's some pretty crazy stuff behind this. So, allegations up in the air. Once again, nobody's going to the police. People are not really saying everything that needs to be said. But for one thing, I'm staying away from this documentary. You know what I mean? Got 15 people watching right now. We're talking about your invitation has been revoked. Get out. Love don't live here anymore. Evie Brooklyn says, wake and shake. It sounds to me, my thought is that the guy stripped in front of someone and Neil and Zeb handled it. Yeah, that's probably what happened. Wake and shake says, Evie, it could happen again. Yeah. Sour Blaze Hayes says, what I saw was an interview with a woman describing sexual encounters in great detail. Huh? Can you send that to me? Where did you see it? Let's see. Scott Holman documentary. Scott Holman YouTube. Do you happen to remember the name of the video or something? I don't see anything. I don't know. I don't think I can find it on the YouTube here. Okay, well, if you find it within the next hour, be cool if you sent it my way. Evie Brooklyn says John Cedars was encouraging victims to give details. No one had a problem with it. You know what? That guy, isn't he working with this covert fade guy? You guys remember that drama with covert fade? So apparently some person who was fading from being a witness decided to write a book about the Australian Royal Commission and to make some money, to sell the book and make money for profit. And in the book, he was going to put BCGs and BBGs, the two victims that were used in the Royal Commission hearings, He wanted to put their detailed stories on there. And one of the victims, BCG, did not want her story to be in his book. Number one, he was reinterpreting it in a way that she wasn't comfortable with. So this person, Covert Fade, no name, no face, don't know who the hell this person is, but he's sitting here being entitled, thinking he's entitled to our stories for his book. You know, and of course he dolled it up. You know, this is going to help law enforcement, and this is going to help the community, and blah blah blah. It's going to be such a wonderful thing. But BCG did not want her experience and her story in his book, and you know, he was like, "Well, you can't stop me. I'm going to put it in there anyway. This is my book." I mean, he didn't say those exact words, but that's basically how he wanted to handle it. And Cedars was co-signing. You know, him and Cedars, they were like, "You can't tell us what to do." So BCG was, I mean, she said she was going to get a lawyer, and she when the rest of the community found out, they ripped this Covert Fade a new asshole, including Alexandria James. You guys remember that? Evie Brooklyn said, yes, use the victim's detailed stories. It was not his story to tell, making money, just like all these documentaries being made. Exactly. Feeding off of other people's stories. But the thing was, this Covert Fade guy, I put it out there when I got into it to have my 2 cents to say. I said, first of all, how do we know this isn't some JW pervert that is going to get his rocks off of writing a book and reading these stories about people being molested? Because nobody knows who the hell he is. Nobody knows who the hell Covert Fade is. Another no name, no face, faker fader somebody. That's number one. And then I tweeted to him. I said, do you want to fade or do you want to be a book author? Because you can't do both. If you get a book, you write a book, and you want to be known, and you want all kinds of people to read and buy your book. Somewhere down the line, you're not going to be able to fade. And then a bunch of us tweeted to him, and you know, he did not want. He dug his heels in the ground, and he got very confident because Cedars pumped him up too. Cedars was behind him. No, you know, you have no right to tell him not what to write. Well, one after another person ripped him a new asshole, and then a bunch of us started tweeting to him. And I looked up his blog or website. At the time, he didn't have a shield over it, so it told me where his location was, Greater Manchester area. And I went and Googled the Greater Manchester area, and I saw there was only 3 or 4 Kingdom Halls in the Greater Manchester area for Manchester. Now, other cities surrounding with different names, plenty of them, but there was only 3 or 4 Kingdom Halls in the Manchester area. So a couple of us changed up, you know, we alternated tweets, but basically he was tweeted a map of the Greater Manchester area Kingdom Halls there, all 3 or 4 of them, and it was put to him that if he publishes that story of BCG in his book, that all those Kingdom Halls in that area will be notified of that book publishing and will be notified that there is a fader in their Kingdom Hall. And the next day, that mofo made a big post that he was no longer publishing her story. Because seriously, you know, his priorities was twisted up like some dreadlocks. Do you want to fade incognito, or do you want to be a famous book author and make some money? Because you can't do both. And we're about to out your ass. You want to dig in your heel, and you know, because BCG, she messaged me and she was distraught. She was angry. She was losing it. You know, I think she even said she was going to a counselor. It was really hurtful to her that this person was doing this. And, you know, she said she was going to get a lawyer involved. She was really, really upset. And this man dug his heels in. He dug his heels in. So then I said, okay, let me see where this guy is from. And let's see if we can let the Kingdom Halls over there know when he gets ready to publish his book. We're going to let all those Kingdom Halls know that you guys have a fader. And he actually published an apostate book about the Jehovah's Witnesses. And here's his page and here's his link. And, just thought you should know, elders. So that's when he realized, okay, maybe it's not worth it after all. Shit. Wake and Shake says, look for Neil's last few vids about protests. What's the use of it? He's not going to really tell you anything anyway, It's just like bumblefucking around the issue and all that. I ain't got time for that, man. You need to be straight up and let people know what the hell happened so people can be warned. But hey, that's a mute point. I don't think it's ever going to happen. I'm just glad I'm not in the vicinity of the shitstorm that's coming their way. That's all I'm saying. There is a major shitstorm coming down VAA's way. A train wreck. A bad train wreck. And I'm just glad I'm not on that train. So glad I'm nowhere near that train. Nowhere near. Evie Brooklyn says John Cedars sells masturbation pillows. I shit you not. Ew. I never read his book, but I saw Joel Morris and Parker Bryan and all those guys last year, year before, clown on his book for talking about masturbation, making entire chapters explaining his masturbation habits or some weird crap. I never went that far about Cedars to even bother trying to get, read a book or get any of his books or anything. I think in all the years I might have watched 3 videos of his. And then I didn't even watch them all the way through. I just would click through and get the meat and the gist and then move on. But when the last video I watched of his is when he said he didn't want the list out. And that turned me off completely off of him. I said, I'm not watching any more of his videos. Nope. He didn't want the pedophile database out. So I was done with him. We're not on the same sheet of paper, bro. Not at all. Denise Hedberg, what's up? Sour Blaze Hayes says, I sent it to you on your Twitter. Okay, hold on a minute then. Page 150 says, in Lloyd's book about jerking off, put me off lending it to current zealous JW. Yeah. Page 150? Ew. Denise says, am I near a train wreck? I doubt it, Denise. I doubt it. I doubt you are. All right, let me check this on Twitter here. Twitter. Holy cow, I've got like 78 notifications. Sorry, Blaze Hayes, where did you mention? Let me see. Oh, did you mean in the private box? Did you send it to me in the private box? Let me see. You got 10 dislikes already on your video. Yeah, I was only on 5 minutes and they put 10 dislikes. They're going to make sure to let me know they were not pleased with that video. I can hear you preparing the smoke. Let me see here. Oh, okay. All right, hold on, everyone. So this is another one here of this documentary. So let me put this in here.
Mother that really sealed the deal. She said,
all right. I'll be right back. Let me grab a little snack. Hey, Coco. Oh, I got a good movie to watch too. They gave me some good movie recommendations. Huh? You want a kiss? All right, hold on. No. All right. You're going to have to excuse me. I'm a little hungry. I haven't eaten anything all day. So while we watch this, I'm going to be trying to get a little energy. But all right, let's check this out. We've got XJW coming out of the Jehovah's Witness religion. This is another one. Sour Blaze Hayes says this might be a little strange. She felt a little weird watching this. But let's check it out. We got 15 viewers watching right now. Thank you for tuning in now and in the future. We are still talking about being revoked, being rebuked, being disfellowship, from other people, shunning, all that good stuff. All right. Let's take a look at that.
that Armageddon was right around the corner. If I didn't get baptized, that I would be immediately destroyed when Armageddon would come. It scared the hell out of me, so I got baptized. And that screwed me out of any sort of dignified exit to the religion.
Did you use protection? What position were you in? Did he climax? Did he finish inside of you? Did you engage in oral intercourse? When do you think your weakness for sin began? I'm scared that Jehovah will never love me like he used to and destroy me at Armageddon. Could I possibly be expected to live in a cold world like this?
You lose not only your family and friends and your home, but you lose your belief system as well.
When I was a Jehovah's Witness, I wouldn't be able to listen to disco music, to wear revealing clothes, watch movies that is too violent, and you're not allowed to have sex before marriage. So many harsh rules. You're not supposed to pleasure yourself. It was so embarrassing. Confessing, masturbating, talking to the elder about so last night I took off my pants and did it. That's ridiculous. I used to have nightmares after I masturbated. I thought about me being killed by God in different ways and me being raped by 100 guys who I don't deserve to be one of his people.
I want to be single and celibate the rest of my life. I don't want to live a normal They say roughly 10% of the population is homosexual. More than anything, I wanted to find a partner. And I knew that it would take care of the woman. And I knew that the women just wouldn't allow it. Coming out, obviously, in my situation, coming out of the closet is in reference to my sexuality. The witnesses that come out of the religion call it the coming out as well. So it's a fun thing that, I came out twice.
I think I just want to keep traveling. It's what's inspiring me. It's awesome. It's actually everything.
I came here because I wanted to go to school. I had to learn something about something I cared about. And it makes you feel amazing to go to school. You feel like you're part of this whole higher life perspective.
I didn't go back to the group because I felt like I didn't deserve to be one of them because I lost my virginity, because I was raped. At that point, I still wanted to go back, and I was like at the bottom of the bottom. It was hard, but I'm okay now because I don't know. I felt like it was lucky because I was raped that I got out of the religion. So maybe it's a good thing.
I damn well knew that it wasn't a selfish choice and that I wasn't leaving them. I mean, it was their choice as to whether or not they wanted me in their lives.
Do you want to go to Oregon Coast? Tell me right now. The biggest reason I left that religion is because they actively protect pedophiles from the law. It's the injustice of it that bothered me, that they could be so horrible to her and molest her and her sisters, and he was respected in his congregation. It's unacceptable, and there's no reason why it has to be that bad there.
Life is better than that. Life is better than suffering.
It's about creating something, creating a space with interesting plants, with time, with the rhythm of nature. When you damage plants, it stimulates them to grow more. They're like, I'm broken. I need to push out more growth.
Okay. So what do you guys think about this one here? Do you think this was appropriate? Do you think it's inappropriate? What do you have to say about it? Evie Brooklyn, something found, 411 Big Boss. Yes, this is still going on, Big Boss. And it's just, you know what? We're going to have this till Monday morning, till I have to go to the courthouse. We're going to live stream the whole damn weekend through. You understand? It's a weekend marathon for live streams on the Bob Smith channel. We're just now getting started. Yeah, Mia T came in here and told me I don't need to do 6 and 7 hour live stream. He's like, who? She was like, who does that? Well, you sure as hell don't. Mad at me because I got stamina and endurance. Ain't never seen this before. Bet you never seen nobody like this before, have you? Yeah. Shoot. Don't get in the boxing ring with me, baby. Don't get in the ring with me thinking it's going to be 3 rounds and that's it. Shit. We're going to be on 587.6. Round 587.6. Remember when those cans of biscuits said, is this ever going to stop? Is your Facebook harassment ever going to stop? Now, she doesn't call it field service. She doesn't call it activism. She calls it harassment. But whatever name she slapped on it, she understood that this has been good. Damn, fool. Like, are you ever going to get tired? No, bitch. Not in this lifetime. 411 Big Boss says, you the man, Bobby. Evie Brooklyn says, going for the Guinness Book World Record. Sour Blaze Hayes says, yes, I'm on vacation. I know Sour Blaze Hayes is going to hang up. She's going to hang in these live streams with me. She's hardcore too. Something Found says, no doubt, Evie, he should. She says, I'm down for the shit. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Shoot. Where is Mia T? Mia T put it out there and then disappeared. When I did start to address Mia T. Shoot. It made me mess up my hair. Took me all morning to fix my hair the way I needed to. It made me mess up my hairdo. Got to go back to the salon and get my hair done. Nigel Rowley, what's up? Nigel came back. What's up? I'm just tuning in. This film looked like a well-funded travel documentary. It does. The guy looks like he's doing good, huh? Sour Blaze Hayes says, "Talk, bitch." Yeah. Evie Booker says Mia T will be back. She's good folk. Yeah, Mia T's all right. I don't have a problem with her. You know, I'm hoping she can take, what I said the same way I took what she's been saying to me on, those little side crab pinches she does. And every once in a while, there's a dagger that goes into your ass or into your shoulder while she's smiling at you. It's all right. I can take it. And, shit hurts, but I'm hoping you can take this. Shoot. And this isn't even a side covert comment. This is like direct to your face, straight up, like, no beating around the bush. So, I hope you can take it. I mean, still love you, though. I love Mia T, I think. I do. Mia T is all right. Evie Brooklyn. Wake and Shake says, Nigel, hi Nigel, I'm from UK too. All right. We got the UK up in here. Bexy Boo, where you at? UK. The UK. Where's Mark Floyd? Is Mark Floyd in the UK? So yeah. You guys know about the Attorney General from Delaware? Chia sent me that thing. Let me pull that out. Because the Attorney General actually succeeded in suing the Watchtower. That lawsuit now is completed. And they had to pay out. And the individual elders also were fined and sent to training programs. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. What is this? Oh, really? Okay. All right, let me go on here. Chia. Let me see. Chia texted me. Let me see if I can. 2-1. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So the backstory is from Delaware. The lady was having sex with a 14-year-old, and they disfellowshipped her and the victim, Catherine L. Carmian White. Well, Watchtower settled the suit filed by the state of Delaware and the COB, and a second elder had to pay $10,000 apiece in fines. They also have to attend a Steward of Children training program. So let me see. And he said here, oh, and every congregation in Delaware is being sent a signed affidavit that says, you report of child abuse, fuck your 2-witness rule. Well, I don't think they said fuck your 2-witness rule, but yeah, I get it. And all of the elders in Delaware have to sign it. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, let me check my email here. All right. She has sent me this PDF, and let me see if I can download this PDF. Download. Open with Adobe Acrobat. But seriously, I think I'm gonna have to go within the next hour. Um, my lady's kind of looking at me like I want some of your time now. You know, she asked me to give her a kiss, and you know, usually when she does that, she feels a little neglected. You know, so I'm gonna have to give her a little love and attention. And my cats have been not very happy with me either, so I think I'm in trouble with the cats. Strangely enough, Dev hasn't bothered me, but I've been giving him treats, so he's giving me a little break. All right. I'm going to do another screen share. We've got 15 viewers watching right now. Thank you for tuning in. This is the Laurel Congregation Settlement. It's redacted. And you can look through this. I might upload this somewhere where you can download it. But as you can see here, Delaware Department of Justice, the defendants, they're represented. This is their lawyer here. So there's a lot of info that you can kind of pick apart for different reasons. Let's see, this is 8 pages. So terms of the settlement. Defendants shall pay to the state $19,500. Funds made payable to the Delaware Department of Justice. Training. The elders of the congregation agree to participate in the Stewards of Children training program. This training will be provided by the State of Delaware Department of Justice on the congregation's premises on one occasion at a mutually agreed upon date and time within 3 months from the date of this agreement. The congregation will pay the cost of $10 per person to cover the cost of the workbook. All right, let's see. Okay, so they have to sign the affidavit that they understand the congregation, acknowledging the congregation's understanding and agreement that A, communications involving allegations of abuse with individuals other than adult confessants seeking spiritual counseling, guidance for forgiveness will not be considered penitential confession under 16 Delaware Code Section 909 by the congregation or any of its elders and will be reported to the appropriate authorities as required by 16 Delaware Code Section 903 and 904. Okay, this is okay, we just read that. Elders in the congregation will comply with the law in accordance to subparagraphs A and B above. And D, a copy of the signed notarized affidavit with the defendant's name redacted will be provided by the defendant's counsel to all congregations within the state of Delaware, together with the documents identified in paragraph 5 of the affidavit. Dismissal of the civil action within 3 business days of receipt of the settlement amount set forth in paragraph 1 above. The state shall dismiss the civil action with prejudice. Okay. Legally binding agreement.
Nothing, I'm just talking. It feels good.
Good. It's good to feel good, don't it?
Yeah.
You feel good?
Yeah.
You do feel good, huh?
Yeah. I feel very accomplished today.
Good, you did a lot.
I tidied up the freaking garage space.
You did.
I wouldn't have done it hadn't I seen what I saw.
Well, that was incentive, was it? Okay, so here we go. A copy of mandatory reporting memorandum and list of Delaware community resources provided by the Office of Attorney General to the state of Delaware, which includes sections 903, 904, 908, 914 of Title 16 of the Delaware Law Code. So basically, they have to sign these things, and even though they only paid $19,500 in fine and each elder only paid $10,000, and they only have to pay $10 for the notebooks, best believe when they continue this two-witness rule, after they've signed and gone through all this, and they get busted again, it's going to be a lot worse than this. I see exactly what the state is doing here. I see exactly, because it's going to go beyond state level. And the state is covering their butt. The state, I see exactly what the Attorney General is doing. They are preempting problems ahead of time. This is beautiful. So yeah, check this out. I got this from Chia Fade. Laurel Congregation Settlement. Let me see something here. Laurel, Delaware. Jehovah Congregation Settlement. PDF. Okay. PDF redacted. Okay. So JW Survey has it here. Cedars has it on his page. And as you can see, it's jwsurvey.org/WP-content/uploads/2018/07/Laurel- congregation-settlement_redacted.pdf. And that's where you can download it there, okay? And there you go. So what do you guys think about this? What do you have to say about this? Let me hear your thoughts on it. Oh, welcome back, Mia T. Mia T says, wake up, Bob. I'm awoke, Mia T. What you got? I asked a question they did not want to answer. Apparently, disrespect is criteria. Why did the Forerunner get this fellowship? I don't know why Joel got this fellowship. Hi, Tracy. Welcome back. So what do you guys think about this one here? Let me go back and see what Big Boss has to say over here. Big Boss says, you the man, Bobby. Sour Blaze Hayes says, talk, bitch. Evie Brooklyn says, how do you feel about it? How do I feel about the documentary or this one here? Wake and Shake says, go easy on Mia T. She's our girl. Oh, yeah. Mia T is cool. I think Mia T is cool with me. Mia T, you cool with me, right? ZZ, there's the kitten face. Evie Brooklyn says, Alberto got his phone number on his video. Let's call him. Give me the phone number, Evie. I'm going to call him on here on this live stream now. Put it out there in the room so I can call him. I sure will call him. Tracy S. says, hi, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Welcome. Mia T says, who gives a crap? Martha Irvin has been ousted from the VAA. I guess I can't be an apostate anymore. Lost my credentials. Yeah, that's how they do. Wake and Shake says, Evie, ask Hoodie. It's a problem in towns and cities, but where I am, it's free. I don't like it. There's no culture here where I am. I live in the woodlands, and everyone is a muggle. A bit like Harry Potter. Mia T, be careful. They're going to ban your Mia T name on there. Trisha's in a banning mode. She is in WBAN mode. Sour Blaze says, puff, puff, pass. That's right. That's right. Evie Brooklyn says she banned herself. Wake and Shake says, Joel is so lovely. I said no one ever. Said no one ever. I ask a question, but only ask the right kind of questions. You nosy buggers and pointy questioners. Wake and shake what? Joel is lovely. I said ever. Ask a question, but only ask the right kind of questions. Sour Blaze Hayes says LOL. Mia T says I've been busy, Bob. I was Facebook getting myself DF. Damn. Mia T, what? Okay. I done told you, I warned you, they're gonna kick your ass out for asking the wrong question. You better fall in line. Didn't you see how they did Bob? They kicked his foolish ass on out of there. You want to stay up in the Kingdom Hall? All right, 956-500-4710. All right, 956-55-4710.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 9565004.
I'm gonna try again.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
I'm gonna try one last time.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 95650047110 is not available. The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
Well, there you go. So, JW Suicides, I don't know if you're listening or whoever was saying they want to research more about this. Call the guy Alberto Martinez, 956-500-4710. There's his number. If you can reach him. Can't leave a message, though. Mailbox is full. ZZ, what's up? JWs will have a reason to believe they are being unjustly prosecuted by the law, and the end is really here. Yeah. Mia T says, who cares? Block too. This is so damn cool. I love when a-holes block me. Call me, Bob. You got my number. They have turned me off too. Coward hypocrites. I was calling Alberto Martinez, Linda. Mia T, you want me to call you? Tracy S says twats. Twats. I'm calling Big Boss. I've got you on the live stream.
You
live stream, you crazy. Oh my god.
Yeah, I just. I wanted.
What's the topic?
Well, I wanted to get your opinion of that you know, what's going on with the VAA, the Vast Apostate Army, and the way Joel was done, and the way he was, you know, just kicked out of there like wilted lettuce, tossed into the trash.
Well, okay, so my personal opinion, I think that Joel has done so much for the cause against Watchtower that he's personally done, and it's wrong to dismiss and just boot an OG like that who's been around for so long, and the different people that he's helped. Just that alone, it was wrong to boot you without hearing your side, because really, you know what I mean. You're like, you have your own thing with it, and it's just as valid. And really, you're coming to the aid for other people. What happened with them? So, I mean, it's just all it takes is a little further looking into the matter, and you know, that little bit of investigating before making such summary judgments like Judge Dredd on the street. You know, there's no court, there's no nothing. You just that's it,
Yeah.
right then and there,
Right.
guilty. Send them away, 5 years, whatever it is. But yeah. So that's my opinion with Joel. That's my opinion with you. And I think that just because you got 10, 11 girls running to you crying, oh, and you're gonna commit suicide, and it's gonna. Let me tell you what. Been crying suicide for like umpteen years now. Okay.
Damn.
We're already. You know what I mean? I work with at risk. You know what I mean? I put away criminals. There's all kinds of con men and women out there that are looking to just get over on you, and it's not right, because there are people that are at risk, and there are people that are going through real emotional issues, and for you to play off that, and for you to try to feed off that, and try to share that energy and just suck it in, and you know, I mean, that's wrong. That's wrong, because those people are really going through that, and you're over here playing games, being very manipulative. It's very manipulative. It's very selfish, and it's coming off like it's sympathy, or that she actually cares about what you're going through. And no, she doesn't. She doesn't care about what you're going through. Let you have a damn channel, and then she get up in there and decide it's hers. You know what I mean? But you know, and you can't. I can't really fault whoever's in charge of booting people out of the group. I can't fault them for it, because they don't know the whole story. You know what I mean? All they see is 10 or 11 people running to them talking about some big bullies, and they said all these things, and I'm worried that it's gonna be. And you know what? Right there, right there. But that's because she doesn't know, and it is what it is. That's my opinion on that. It's a lot of William Shatners out there hamming it up. a lot of, you know, just that real overacting. It's not right. It's not right. There are people that really go through that, and they really feel, and you're making a mockery of it, and you're sucking their energy because they're going through it in front of you, and you're pretending to go through it. It's really, you know what I mean? It really infuriates me, because it's a con. You know what I mean? It's like you go and visit an inmate, and they're crying with you, and they're just everything with you, because they're locked up. They don't care. They want to get out. You're their main source of entertainment. You know what I mean? You come and they're crying to them, and you everything in front of them. Of course they want you to keep coming back and coming around, and they're locked up. So maybe she's in her own kind of prison, and she's just sucking the energy out of everybody. That could just be it.
Well, I do believe she's not a very happy person at the core. I mean, you know, she's already said the few times I've heard her on that bad channel, you know, it was kind of like a very depressing viewpoint that she had of the world and everything, and you know.
And that's all Joel was saying. You're right, and that's all Joel was saying. He's like, hey, you know, you're being very negative, and you know, it maybe could you get some help? Is there something? Because you can't get her attention privately. You gotta blow it up. You say something in private, you're gonna get done like Linda James. Oh, I don't know nothing about that corrupted file, and you know, you're gonna get every story in the world. So you gotta put it out there and be like, look, this is what I'm saying to you. Very clearly, I am concerned about you. I don't think you're right. I think you need help. Oh, I see somebody for gender dysphoria and da-da-da-da-da. Okay. When you see whoever you see, do you let them know that you going up to people and talking about some cart crashes and Kingdom Hearts? Do you let them know that that's what you're doing too? Do you let them know that you live half your life online? Do you let them know that too? That you're over here crying and da-da-da-da? Are they part of that aspect of your life, or do you give them a small window to work with because you're using them as well? You know, you can't be smarter than everybody. You know that, right? You can't be. And I think it was Abraham Lincoln who said, "If you just can't lie all the time. You can't remember every lie. That's just the truth. You just can't remember every lie you tell. It's gonna come out." And she just came out. Linda James pulled her to the front. Like, oh no, you did. Yeah, you did say you held that hostage.
Ooh, Linda James pulled her whole card for real. Whoa, Linda James.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did say you. You know what I mean? Whatever. And I just want to say that I'm having a great time over in Florida.
How you doing over there?
I'm having such a great time. I'm right about to hit the club.
Right.
I am, you know what I mean? It's beautiful. I'm at the beach. You know, I got this beautiful person with me. It's wonderful.
All right.
You're not a person? You're not a person? I'm a woman, not a person. Oh. Yeah, I don't even know all that. I don't even know all that. Because I think women are people too, to me.
But I'm a woman. I'm not anybody. I'm not some person off the street.
Right.
I'm your woman.
That's right.
Okay.
All right. My bad.
Hey, does your by the way, can she hear me?
No.
Okay. Did you tell her that you were a black single, mother, trans, substantiated?
Okay, go ahead and ask what?
Okay. Hey there, lady. I want to let you know that, you know, your friend here, my friend, he came out recently out of the closet. He is he identifies as a transracial black single mother, transubstantiated lesbian, which means, like in the Catholic, the transubstantiation with the Eucharist, and it just morphs. So he just had that transubstantiation happen to him. It happens. We have another person who had transubstantiated chesticles. But anyway, he is a transracial black single mother, transubstantiated transgender lesbian. And I was wondering if that's okay with you.
You forgot Trans Am.
Okay,
yeah.
So I'm a single white woman lesbian, and we're all good.
All right, then we're all good.
Okay, all right then. You got it made, man. She's cool with it.
Well,
okay, I just wanted to know because I'm serious. He is transubstantiated. He, just because he looks a certain way, he doesn't look like a black single mother or a lesbian. But you can't go by looks. He is a transracial black single mother, transubstantiated transgender lesbian.
Man, so this I'm just having fun out here, and you gotta have fun with life, and you can't. If you come out and say that you're trans, which is all the point I was trying to make. If you come out and say that you're trans, I'm sorry, you need more to define your life than just say you're damn trans. And you know what I mean? Because that's really not anything anymore. You know what I mean? People are, I think by and large, the people out in the online community are, it's like, it's not an issue. Totally not an issue. I have it right here. And, you know what I mean? There's more to life than saying, well, I'm trans and this is my trans opinion. And that's not what she's doing. The trans is just a red herring. This is never about trans. It's not about external. Yeah, I got my wallet. I got everything with me. And it's not about any of that. It's about, look at me, give me attention. You look amazing, baby. And it's about, you know what I mean? All this, you gotta give them attention. You got the key? You said you got the key? Oh, it's on my key. Okay, good.
What's your lady's name? What's her name?
And she ain't even, first of all, if she was a genuine person, there might be, you know, a lot of people attracted to the honey. You know what I mean? Because you're genuinely so a sweet person and this and that. But no, she has to pretend to be all these different kinds of people to get people to like her or get the attention. And honestly, I think that if she knew people, if she knew at least 6 or 7 people personally that she's not lying to, that she's actually telling the truth by, I think that she'd have a better life. Oh my God, it's dark as hell down this hallway.
Hey man, didn't she tell you she was German?
What?
Was that you? She told she was German?
Oh, she told somebody she was. I think it was something found, or maybe even Chia.
Something found in Chia. Did Man Bun tell you that she was German? Because she told me she was Puerto Rican.
German, Puerto Rican. She's everything you want to be. You know,
well, I tell you one thing. She didn't say one damn thing. Yeah, because she didn't say one damn thing to me about being German. Not one damn thing. Because I know how to speak German. That's my first language. And I would have been too happy to know that there's another German person here. She told me she was Puerto Rican.
Everything in the world, yo. You can't pay her no attention. She's everything in the world. And people, y'all need to see that. All you new people. I'm everything. Oh, yes, you are. All these new people out here coming out that just wake up, they have no clue what the hell's going on. Why are they attacking? Why are they attacking her? Ain't nobody attacking nothing. It's more like striking back. You got to get hit first. You know what I mean? These honeybees were fine and dandy until somebody came along and started stirring it up.
Yup.
Right? Weren't we minding our own business on our own corner of the internet? You know what I mean? You came over here. You started shit.
Yup.
And now that we get mad because the boot done left the honey pot, now we're coming out. Oh, you shouldn't be mad like that. You shouldn't be on them like that. Why are you talking about this and that like that? Well, maybe I'm a victim here and I have a right. And I know you don't like the term victim. I'm just saying you can be. Something bad happens to you, that's technically you're the victim of whatever bad happens, right? But you don't have to remain a victim. No?
No, bad things can happen to you in life, and you can choose to play the victim, or you can choose to push through it and be the conqueror.
Oh, the conqueror.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm about to conquer that ass when I see it.
It's sitting right here.
Okay, all right. Well, then.
All right, well, I guess.
As far as this.
Huh?
What? What?
What were you saying?
I was saying that
he's trying to tear my ass up right now.
That's not what it is. What I'm trying to say is that she ain't running things. She ain't gonna ruin my life. I'm living my life regardless of what happens with her, and this ain't bothering her. This is all she's gonna do is suck up more energy from the people that are like, we love you, and you're gonna be all right. You know what I mean? That's all it is. She's gonna suck up that energy and love it and revel in it like a pig in mud. Can you plug this in? Thank you so much. And you probably said it best. You're the one that reads into these things, and you know a lot of the terms and stuff. I think you used the term histrionic, and you basically broke down with lots of technical terms everything that was being said from yesterday, which is that she's an actor, and
If you don't believe that, go look at her acting card. She's a member of the fucking performance, this and that. You know what I mean? What more do you want? What more do you want? There's evidence everywhere that she's playing games, playing with people's emotions. She found people that are lost and hurt, and she's sucking all that up. That's the type of person that she decides to be, because she could choose to not be that way every day. You're young enough to change now. There's nothing. What is making you continue this path? You don't have to. You can turn the beat around every day. You choose to do this, and that's the day you could choose not to. No, it was up this way. I'm gonna send a link to you because I'm just driving aimlessly. I'm just driving aimlessly like I know the place. All right. 4, 2, getting lost in some fucking. I don't even know. We're at the beach. You can't get too lost. You could drown me in the ocean. We could get really lost. Oh, okay.
So who wears the pants between? Hey, who's the boss between you two? Who's the boss over there? Are you or is she the boss?
Well, which one of us is named boss?
No, I'm talking about who is the boss. No, no. I'm not asking who is named boss. I'm asking.
Why are you trying to start shit? Find somebody else that makes you as happy as I do.
Hey, I was asking about his boss name. What? Because he goes by a name on the computer, Big Boss, and I was just asking, was that his name? I
You're going straight. I didn't.
I'm trying to fix it, but I think I'm doing a bad job.
What did you say?
I said I was trying to fix what I did, but I guess I'm not fixing it good.
I can't hear you, Claire. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, listen, I will let you go and enjoy the rest of your evening with your lady over there. Okay.
All right, buddy. I appreciate it. I hope I helped.
Oh yeah, you did. I appreciate your time and nice to meet you, lady. All right.
What was that at the end?
I said I tell your lady nice to meet you over the phone or whatever. Talk to you or whatever.
Okay.
All right. Have fun. I'll talk to you later, bro.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right. Bye. So, yeah, Big Boss, that was what he had to say on that today. What do you guys think about that? Evie Brooklyn said, I thought she was living with that captain guy and her kids. Yeah, she was living with somebody named Captain something. I never knew the person. I didn't even know. I know he came into one of my live streams, one of those roasts one time, and he was trying to say something to me, and I clicked him off. I was like, you don't show your face. I don't know your name. I don't even know who you are. Click out of my life. This live stream was strictly for her. Not her mama, not her daddy, not her pimp, not her roommate, not nobody else. It was for her. And, I don't even know who you are. You wear masks. You don't put your real name out, Captain Save-A-Ho, whatever. So out of here. You got something to say? Make your own live stream, and if you're lucky, I might take a gander at it. Otherwise, you're not gonna have no space in my live stream. And that was that day. So Mia T, you've been asking some questions, and they gave you the boot. So are you completely out of the loop now? Completely booted for good out of VAA? Do you have any edibles? Did you bring any edibles by any chance? Okay, I'll get some tomorrow. All right, so yeah, Mia T says, Bobby, do you think this is the attention he wants? Oh yeah, I think Man Bun is just relishing it up. I think Man Bun misses when I don't crack jokes on her or roast her. I mean, I'm sure she doesn't like what I'm saying, but in some weird way, I think she feeds off of it anyway because she's got some attention for a while, and and that's what she wants. So, maybe it calms her down a little bit or something. But, once I move on from that and get distracted again, she's going to have to figure out something else. She's going to have to break her head and how to, get the community back on her, and it's going to be another project for her, you know. Because, you know, internet stuff rolls by pretty fast. You know, you get those 10 seconds of fame and then people move on. So you got to keep it rolling. You got to keep it rolling all the time. And you got a lot of competition. You got Laura, you got Ricky, you got Martyrdom, you know, you got the mainstream news. You got Leah Remini, because Leah Remini, you know, I'm all over Leah Remini. So you got a lot of competition going on. So, you know, you got to keep working it. You got to work that act. You got to work the pity. You got to work the rage. You got to keep working it. Work it. Work it. Work it. Work it. You know, it's hard work. Mia, what's your phone number? Message me your phone number. Let me see something here. Martha Urban, I see your thing. Damn. Damn, Linda. I mean, Martha. No wonder you got kicked. Martha Urban says Trisha Francia, in charge of VAA, which used to be VAH, is a controlling bitch. Damn. Martha doesn't hold back on that. Shoot. Says, pay no attention. The Russian have obviously taken over my Facebook page. Uh-oh. XJW Micah says, drunk again? Oh, goodness. He don't know either, does he? Lynn, somebody named Lynn says, a bitch is a dog. Does Trisha bark? Trisha bark. And then somebody named Lissa has got a little gazelle eating popcorn with the caption on the top says, keep going. My goodness. All right then. I know you want to talk about Trisha, don't you? But I wouldn't go that far to call her a bitch, but you know, I mean, you're entitled to call her a bitch, and I'm not going to get mad if you call her a bitch and insult her, you know. But I'm not going to do that. I just don't feel that strongly about her. The only few people I kind of feel a little bit, you know, enthusiastic about, as far as like where I would get riled up or something. Like I would get riled up with Leah Remini, obviously, you know, because she's a very strong woman. She's very a go-getter. And then here, okay, thank you. I had two Lindas send me the same thing. Isn't that something? I had Linda Lawton, Linda Fisher Lawton, and then I had a pasta babe, Linda James, send me the same thing. Two Lindas sent me the same exact screenshot. So yeah, interesting. Wake and Shake says, Bob, did you also hear that Man Bun said in her own words about the booby shot? She said, I know I look like a 12-year-old boy, but I had a proud moment. Take a look at the vid. Rick looked on. Yeah, I took I watched like 30 seconds of the first beginning where she's crying and she's all upset over the Instagram thingy. And then because people messaged me and they told me, you know, you don't need to watch the whole thing, just look at this particular time frame here. And then they told me 208.09, that's where she shows her titties, and then you can just click right on to the end at this particular time frame of the video where she tells Big Boss to come at her. You know, she's like, come at me or something like that. And she does it in a passive aggressive way, you know. She's like, come at me, come at me. You know, she's doing a little acting thing, but underneath you can see she's seething. She's like, there you are, motherfucker. I'm gonna fuck you up. Yeah. So she was like, come at me, come at me. And then when he asked her, he's like, what do you mean, come at me, or something like that? She says, well, you know, you can just talk to me. You know, you can always talk to me. I told you, I'm always here. So, you know, it's that passive aggressive thing. And this is what I'm saying. It's garden variety. It's nothing. She's not very sophisticated with it. But it's probably how she's lived all her life and managed to survive whatever situation she's had. I mean, she told me her grandmother put a gun to her. Who knows if it's true or not, but if it is true, you know, I think there might not have been a lot of room for a healthy family life. And manipulation and this kind of thing, and histrionics may have been the only way she could get any attention at home, or maybe that's where she learned it from. You know, I don't know any of these people really and what kind of home life they had, but they might not have had the best one, and so this is probably how she's learned to survive. And you know, it's just it doesn't help when a person refuses to see that they might have some responsibility in the way people are treating them right now. You know, that doesn't help the situation at all. When it's all on, okay, woe is me, woe is me, woe is me, and these people here, they're so terrible. You know, hate speech, hate speech, hate speech, shunning, shunning, bashing, bashing, phobic, phobic, whatever. Slap a label on them right quick and move on. But I think I think I heard her say on that bad channel one time when I was there, something like that, something to the effect of that she drives people away. She knows this, and you know, so she knows she burns through people. She burns through people rather quickly. So Avery Brooklyn said the photo looks like a woman, not a boy. It looks like a male to female breastises. I've seen a lot of male to female breastises, trans women. I mean not a whole lot, but you know, I've seen enough, and they, if you don't really know, you don't know what to look for. But the male to female breasts, they look a little different than cisgendered breasts, at least usually. I mean, of course, you have some really skilled surgeons, but you can tell that she hasn't had a surgeon. This is just you know, from just straight up from hormone shots, getting hormone shots, and you have like a, you know, what a 12-year-old girl or a 13-year-old girl would look like. And unfortunately, a lot of trans women, their breasts don't get all that big, and so they want bigger ones. So they usually end up doing the augmentation, because from the hormones itself, the breast is not going to grow all that big. It's just like when the other way around, the female to male, when they take testosterone, the female genital, the clit, it's going to grow a little bit, but she's not going to grow a male penis from strictly testosterone, right? That is impossible. Number one, the organ is quite complex. There's thousands of nerves that are very complex alone. And you know, it's hard enough to create a surgery on that, let alone you just, you know, because a male penis has the urethra coming through it. You know, the clit doesn't have a urethra coming through it. So there is no way that you can just take hormones and expect to just start growing male genitals. It's never going to get, first of all, it's never going to get nowhere near big as anything that you would call a penis. Okay. But it's usually, it can make them grow, you know, it makes them grow a little bit. But I'm here to tell you, it's not going to be swinging. Not going to be swinging. Okay. Yeah, that was Rick's face, Chia Fade. That's exactly that little icon right there. That's him. Now, why would he make that face if that was a male or a boy's chest? Why would he make such a face like that? No one would make that face. Yup. Chia Fate says, Woo, we still on. I'm out drinking with my lady, guys. Cheers. All right, enjoy that. I'm going to go in a minute. I'm going to go out here and drink a little bit too. I'm going to buy you a drink. I'm going to have a smoke. I'm going to have a choke, and play some jokes. Mia T says, Bob invited me to talk. I'm here. Well, you're here. Welcome. Who are you talking to, Mia T? No shit, Sherlock. Who are you talking to? You talking to Wake and Shake about her looking like a 12-year-old boy? Wake and Shake says, Rick seemed to revel in this. It was unsettling, weird, and way fucked up. Well, I mean, you can't fault him. He's been trying to get at her for I don't know how long, you know. I assumed they had already shown him the goodies, you know. I mean, when they invited me to that hangouts and did that, I figured they do that to Rick and Martyrdom or whoever, you know. I didn't think I was anybody special. So you know, I figured they probably, you know, Rick probably gets a show all the time, you know. And Black Sheep and whoever else. I mean, as you can see, they don't have any boundaries. They don't. I mean, they don't have the boundaries like the rest of us. You know, we, regardless of if you're trans or straight up, you know, regular straight person who's non-transgender, you know, who goes on the cam to show your chest or, you know, to show your legs or your butt. You know, we just the average person just doesn't do that, and so obviously they're open about their bodies to be seen by just anybody. I mean, if you put it on a public YouTube, you don't care who sees it then. So, you know, you're there for your body to be on display. So, and I don't know why people get upset when you put your body out for to be displayed, and then you get mad when people make comments about it. I mean, like, don't show people, you know. Evie Brooklyn says, Wake Shake Bob said she was a male to female and is now going back to male. Yeah, she's male to female and going back to male. She's going back to being male. Wake and Shake says, I actually think he does, but come on. Evie Brooklyn says, Wake and Shake, I think Rick cares for her. Mia T says, I invited the phone call. Couldn't have been clearer than that. ZZ says, whoa. Wake and Shake says, I'm small-breasted, female, straight. Well, if you laid flat on the ground and took a picture, it would look like you could pretend it was a male chest. I mean, that's according to this person's logic. You know, if you have to lay flat on the ground and your stuff still looks like titties, you got titties. All right. Mia T, but no one wants to talk to me. I'm shunned straight too. LOL. We're talking to you here, Mia T. I'm just not calling you right now. But it's not like you're being shunned. Shunned is when nobody talks to you, period. You're still back up in here. I'm talking to you. Other people are talking to you. Wake and Shake says, seriously, no, it looks okay and cute. I don't care for big boobies. Well, yeah. Oh, you mean hers? You think her chesticles are cute? Somebody else said they thought that was nice, her chesticles. I said, all right then. To me, I don't see anything really. I mean, other than okay, this is breastises. It does. I don't see anything else. Like, you know, I don't have any kind of reaction or I don't feel any kind of other than okay. It's kind of just like lint. Okay, it's there. This is, you know, a body part. Okay, all right. You know, it's kind of like lint. I don't feel any kind of way either way about lint. It's just kind of there, you know, or like this ashtray. Okay, it's an ashtray. I don't have any kind of feeling towards the ashtray. It's just an ashtray. It's there. So that's kind of how I see it. But some people do. I guess they saw it and they said, "Well, it looks almost as good as Laura's." You know, runner up. Second or third place is always better than no place, right? Being a runner up to number one. You can follow number one's footsteps. Mia T says, "I thought you wanted some talk with someone to talk to with. Misunderstood." Yeah, let's talk in the chat here. I'm trying to charge my phone up a little bit because I was running low, but maybe later I'll call you and see what's up, and we can talk on the phone. 17 people watching right now. So we had Boss talk about this VAA thing and how things went down. So yeah, I think I'm about done. Let me see how many hours I did this one. Is this one 7 hours yet? I promised Mia T I was going to do a second live stream for another 8 hours. I think this is almost 3 hours long, this one. So yeah. Wake and Shake says, "Bob, it's the fact that Amanda actually said I looked like a 12-year-old boy and was proud of it. And Rick was there to celebrate it and comment and support. What's the thing looking like fucking 12-year-old boy?" Yeah, that's kind of weird too. Yeah, I have to say, that's kind of weird, isn't it? It is kind of weird. Yeah. It's some weird stuff. Mia T says, "Maybe you understand mental disorders because you have so many. I admire your intelligence, but you are confusing. The fuck VAA is doing is hurtful." Are you telling me I have mental disorders? Is that what you're telling me, Mia? Who is that directed to, Mia? I think you were talking to me, Mia. Are you talking to me? Mia? So you think I have mental disorders? Let me look at this again. Mia T says, "Maybe you understand mental disorders because you have so many. I admire your intelligence, but you are confusing. This fuck VAA is doing is hurtful. I'm too confused and uncomfortable with shit. Really messed up people are trying to convince me I'm the messed up person." So Mia T, the last time you stung me was when you wanted me to call you and I didn't call you, and then you cursed me out. You messaged "fuck you" to me. You remember that? And I told you that was hurtful. And I asked you to please stop that. How many months ago was that, Mia T? Okay? And then now, earlier, you come in and you tell me how to run my channel. And I get pretty frank and open with you. And you disappear. After what, 2.5 hours, you finally come back on this live stream. And then you say, "Maybe you understand mental disorders because you have so many. I admire your intelligence, but you are confusing." And then you change the subject on that, and then you go back to the VAA stuff. And then you say, "This is why things are confusing." I'm not confused one bit, Mia. So let me tell you something, Mia. Okay, first of all, if you think that I have many mental disorders, then why are you in here? This is what Mia T does. She'll smack you in the face with an insult. She'll say, maybe you understand mental disorders because you have so many. And then in the same breath, she says, I admire your intelligence. So she'll stroke your ego right after she smacks or stabs you in your fucking face with an insult. And then she puts an afterthought to take you into another direction that you might have started earlier. In this case, she says, this fuck VAA is hurtful. Okay? So now, since I'm not calling you, you know, Mia T, if you want people to call you, you might not want to say fuck you to them. Hmm? And if you want people to call you, you might not want to tell them they got a mental diagnosis of disorders, like, you know what I mean? That might not help them, you know, to call you. They might not feel so inclined to call you if you insult people, Mia T. Have you ever thought about that? I know that's a novel idea, but have you ever thought that maybe you would have more people want to call you if you didn't insult them? I'm just saying, you know, it's a new idea, I know. It's like way crazy off the wall idea. But maybe if you didn't insult me as much as you did, maybe I'd be so inclined to call you a little more. Huh? Just an idea, Mia T. But since you went there with mental disorder, since you opened that door, let me step right on through that motherfucker, okay? Now let me tell you about me. All right? I'm going to run there with you on the mental disorder, okay? The mental disorders, because you said you have so many. You didn't say I think you have so many. You made it a definitive statement. Let me go here and make a screenshot of what you said, okay? Right here. Let me go ahead and make a screenshot. So I'm going to put this on the live stream right here. Oh shit. What happened? All right, here we go. I'm going to put you on this. I'm going to do a screenshot right here. And then I'm going to name that Mia T. Let me see here. And then now I'm going to save. Oh, I saved it already. I'm going to pull it up on this screen here. And then I'm going to do a screen share. So here, while I get ready to do this, I'm going to talk to you, Mia T. 17 viewers right now, and we have Mia T doing her Mia T thing, okay? Mia T's been wanting me to call her. She wants to get on here and talk. She wants to get on the live link, and every time I don't acquiesce her demands, this is what she does. She talks shit to my face and stabs me in my face, and then in the next breath, she strokes my ego. And then she puts a dollop of a topic that she knows I've been talking about at the end. Maybe you understand mental disorders because you have so many. Really? Like you're like, she's really sure that I have many mental disorders, and that's why I understand them so well. Like that's the only way you would understand mental disorders, because you have to have them yourself, see? Interesting logic, Mia T. And then she turns around and says, I admire your intelligence. There's an ego stroke, so don't get too mad at me now, even though I done shit in your face just now. You know, I done slammed that dagger right in your throat, but I'm just going to caress your shoulder right quick and stroke your ego. And by the way, here, let's talk about what you're passionate about. And then you're going to turn around and demand that I call you. Then you're going to demand to get on my live stream. You already came in here and told me how to run my live stream earlier. And now you demand to get on it. And since I didn't do what you want, you're going to sting me and slap me and stab me and kick me and all kinds of things, aren't you? Aren't you, Mia T? Well, you know what? She says, Mia T says, just an idea, Bob. You need targets. Great. Now you make Grandma Straight Lady a target. Good job. Okay, listen, I'm tired of this shit, okay? I'm tired of your shit. Goodbye. Click out of here. Stay off my live stream. Stay off. Matter of fact, I'm removing you out of here. How do I do this? How do I get you out of this live stream? Report, lock. Put user on top, hide user from this channel. Out. This user's messages will be hidden, so I don't want to see you. Goodbye, Mia T. Matter of fact, let me get on my Facebook. I'm going to put you on block too now. I'm tired of your shit. You come in here starting shit, and then you want to do this pity party too. Oh, you're hurting Grandma. You need targets. You know what? Fuck out of here. Your invitation has been revoked from Bob Smith. So go cry somebody a river. Cry them a goddamn river and ask them, why does this always happen to you? Because I no longer care. God damn it. Mia T, let me find you. Mia Irvin, I'm going to put you on ignore. I'm going to get you blocked. Tired of this shit now. Where are you at, people? Remove me from your Facebook. I can't find your profile right now, but I want you to do me a favor and remove me from your Facebook now. You don't like what I'm doing? You think I'm all crazy? Then why the fuck do you want me to call you? Out of here. I'm blocking you. Goodbye. Sayonara. See ya. Telling me how to run my live stream. Click out of here. Okay? Bye, Granny. You want to play that card? Goodbye. Ain't got time for that shit. Came in here starting shit. Now you want to talk about, oh, you're hurting the granny. Bye, Granny. Go somewhere with that. Now, 17 people watching. Sour Blaze Hayes says, oh, man, I was cooking. I didn't see. Sour Blaze Hayes says, someone send me screenshots. Evie Brooklyn says, revoked on a revoked video. Damn. Yup. I didn't want to do it. Tracy S says, I'm scared. Woohoo. I don't know how to block her off the streams here. It says she's hidden, and then it says view deleted message, but I want to block her completely off my streams, okay? I'm going to give you your freedom. I'm making a decision for you. Since you can't set a boundary and you can't remove yourself off of here, since you think I'm so terrible and so bad and this and that, and you can't seem to stay off my live stream, then I will give you that freedom. I'm going to set you free. Stay off my page. Stay over there where you're at. No, I'm not calling you. Ever. Didn't mess that chance up. Last time she bugged the shit out of me to call her. And I was going to call her, but I was busy. I had other things I was doing. And I couldn't call her right then and there when she wanted me to. So then she messages me and says, fuck you. And when I call her on it, I gently say, that was not nice. Don't do that again. And then she says, oh, I was drunk and I had a mental breakdown. All right, I'm going to let you have that one time. Don't do it again. And she promised she wouldn't. Then she comes in here with her mess today. What you going to tell me today? You had another breakdown? Well, I don't care anymore. Have your breakdowns somewhere away from me. So that's that. Revoked on a revoked video. Exactly. Your invitation has been revoked. Get out. Love don't live here anymore. Disfellowship. Hell, if I'm going to get the hell, I get disfellowshipped all the time. We all get disfellowshipped from social media, from all kinds of places. So, get over it. If you want people to call you, you might want to not insult them. You might not want to put these snide remarks on them. That might help your phone ring a little more. I'm just saying. But so yeah, we have 17 viewers watching right now. Evie Brooklyn, Chia Fade. We had Sour Blaze Hayes. We have Tracy S. How you doing, Tracy? Now, what is someone? Wake and Shake says VAA has become embarrassing, especially the merchandise. Really? You don't like the merchandise? I think I've seen a couple of T-shirts that were all right with the Phoenix. The Phoenix thing, the Rising Phoenix. I thought that they were all right, but I didn't see a whole lot. I haven't really looked a whole lot at the merchandise. I haven't had a lot of time. Excuse me. Tracy S says, I'm okay now, Bob. Hey, Tracy, did you get my email? I emailed you back. I sure did. We've got 19 people watching right now on a Friday night. Part 2, your invitation has been revoked. Get out. Love don't live here anymore. I was revoked and rebuked and all that jazz, shunned, disfellowshipped from the vast apostate army. I never was part of the group. I was on the outside. I was in the forum, but I never really considered myself part of the group. But Joel, the co-founder. So if you're VAA, the co-founder, the OG, the one that handed the torch to Trisha Frangina and all those others, Trisha Frangina and management team. Now that person has been kicked out like wilted lettuce, thrown in the trash like trash. And this is my live stream. You can't ban me off my own live stream. I'm gonna say what I want, so I put that out there here. And I'm, as you can see, people didn't like it. Too bad. So sad. Chia Fade now says merch, Evie. Merch, get your I Hate J-Ho t-shirt now. You guys don't like the merchandise? I thought a couple of those t-shirts were all right. I like that Phoenix, that Rising Phoenix. I like the colors on it. I thought I was going to get one of those shirts, but like when that sexual abuse fiasco came out, I was like, I better hold off. Oh no. You know what I mean? So yeah. So what I want to do in the wrap up here, I want to wrap this up a little bit. What I want to say is, hey, Chia Fade, can I call you? Do you want to have something to say on the phone? Or are you in the middle of dinner? Your wife is probably going to be like, who's calling you in the middle of our dinner? Friday night date. I think that's what happened with Big Boss. I think he was on a date or getting ready to do a date. And I just so happened to call him from this live stream. But in closing, everyone, there are some serious issues that you need to be looking at as concerns of your activism. There's serious safety issues. I've already raised the issues that I think need to be concerned, especially with VAA management not addressing the sexual predator issue there, the allegations with, the hotel stripper and whatever the lady said was going on. Nobody's really talking about it much, and people are trying to keep a lid on it for whatever reasons. The ladies aren't saying all that much, and people aren't going to the police, and VAA is not saying much. I've never seen any one of them say anything, but someone told me supposedly they did have a forum somewhere where they talked to a few people about it, but it wasn't completely public, like on a major YouTube channel, you know, or on the main site about it. So be careful. Understand that you're going into volatile territory with these protests now. We looked at some of these news reports. The arsons, they're across several states. There's arsons, and they're kicking up. People are getting shot at the Kingdom Hall. People are shooting at people in cars around the Kingdom Hall. People are committing suicide. We just saw that one lady that got up out of the convention, said, "I can't do this anymore," and shot herself in her car outside. She got up, went outside in the car, and shot herself. I guess she brought a gun to the convention then, right? Because it's kind of hard to buy a gun on the fly, right? Like all of a sudden you're at a convention and you're like, okay, that's it, I'm done. And then you go down there to the pawn shop and you know, because you have to have a gun license, right? So it's kind of hard to do that, you know, last minute, right? Evie Brooklyn says the guy in the video does not match the Facebook picture. Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, I thought that too, because the guy in the video was kind of pudgy, and this guy in the picture looks different. But you know, he could have lost weight or gained weight. And in the picture, I mean, the body frame certainly doesn't look like the guy in the video, but you know, who knows? So yeah, I noticed that too. I noticed that too. But yeah, Tracy, yes, there's been some shootings. Just Google it: Kingdom Hall shooting, Jehovah's Witnesses shooting. It's a lot of this stuff going on, and now understand you are in volatile territory on both ends. On the Jehovah's Witness end, they are in lizard mode. They are in survival mode because they're being drilled, fear mongering all the time that the apostates are going to get them. Satan's police is going to get them because of the apostate driven lies about the child abuse. You know, we already had all of these activists just whoop some butt when they crashed the halls. You know, like Zeb Leatherman. I mean, he was whooping butt. Some of these suckers were closing left and right. Now, you know, was it because of him alone? You know, I think he had a big part in those Kingdom Halls closing, but you know, there was a combination of things happening already, and I think he was just like the last straw that broke the camel's back. You know, and you have XJW down with the tower. You know, he was hitting them with the carts left and right, constantly out there. So, and these videos do get seen. They get seen by headquarters, they get seen by congregants, and they vote with their wallets. They might still be sitting there, you know, giving lip service and all of that, but it's a lot harder to peel that money out of people's wallets now than it was before because of this stuff. So Watchtower and Watchtower rights are angry. As you see now with the convention crashes, you have gobs and gobs of men just surround you on all ends, and they're pushing you. I remember when I crashed the hall, they were pushing me. You know, they were just really pushing me, and I had to tell them, "Don't touch me. You're not allowed to touch me." And it didn't matter. They still push you, you know. And they pushed me. I felt the shoves and the pushes and the crowding around of all these guys. And you know, I'm not intimidated, but still, it can get intimidated physically. You know, it's called physical intimidation. And it's to mess with you and to get you. So understand when you're doing this activism, there's a lot more risk now than ever. Do your research. Don't depend on the vast apostate army to clue you in into anything. Do not depend on any group, on any Facebook group, whether it's Vast Apostate Army or XJW Group 3, a support group, or you know, whatever titles they have now, XJW, Survivors, Activism, and all these other names and groups. Don't depend on the leaders or on the groups to give you what you need as far as safety and risk management. You need to make sure you are safe, first and foremost. Do you understand that? Because if you're not safe, you can't go on with activism. If you're in jail, you can't do activism. If you're beaten up and hurt, you can't do activism. So understand it's your responsibility to make sure you are safe on all levels, not just physically, but also legally. Once again, VAA doesn't have a clue. They don't themselves know all of these legalities and legal implications involved with this. But this is a serious thing you are doing, and you can get caught up. Also understand that when you're doing protests, as much as you are cool with everyone that's in the XJW community that's out there protesting with you, understand that you are at risk and that at any time you can be arrested based off of other people's behavior and actions there at the protest. You must understand this. Even though you would not have done anything wrong, but because you are there with that group of people, not everyone's on the same sheet of paper. And some people are less stable than others. Okay? This is the whole thing. Some people may not need to be doing protesting right now. They may need to talk to a counselor, kind of process a few things, work things out a little bit. And then when they've had some time to process and integrate a few things, come back out. But they're, understand that you might have someone there that for whatever with people too, and they love to mess with you as a protester. That's why they crowd around you and have all these big guys around you. They all around you.